Hello, and welcome back to Doomed, solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. A happy new year to all those who celebrate the impending doom, not of the world, not of the socioeconomic system in which we live, not even of your own personal demons or your own personal life. A happy new year to those who celebrate the doom of all existence. Yeah, well, Crosshair, look, I'm a trained professional, and when I hear 5, 4, I just get ready to start reporting. I don't even know what I'm reporting on. Our top story today, famed stage actress Lola Hayes finds herself in a film. It's a slow news day, obviously. Welcome back to Doomed. Wonderful to have you all here. I don't know what the shape of this channel is going to be in 2026. I mean, nothing... Oh, ho, ho! Mia, thank you! Thank you. Happy New Doom! Still quite loud, isn't it? Let's turn that down a little bit. So I don't know what the shape of this channel is going to be in the new year, because, like, I do 2 things on this Twitch channel. Well, 3 things, I guess, but one of them far less often. I stream Arkham on Saturdays. And that's not going away, although Arkham is changing. We'll talk about that briefly. I stream other games in character. That's also not going away, but that's always a bit of a crapshoot, because, like, I don't know what the game is when I start playing or who's going to do it or whatever. I think Haunting of Bly Manor, is that what that game is called? That's probably next. We'll have to see. Hey, no, I'm here. Whatever works. Did I call you something else just now? Because that's weird, because it says nom here. That is so loud.
Subscriber. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, Flower. Wherever you want to go, we will always be with Doomed. Oh, good. Okay. Good. I'm here. Good. Right, of course. Whoa, Flower. You've been demanding the Frost tokens. Demanding. I literally had notices nailed to my front door that said, bring the Frost, or it'll be your doom next. That did not literally happen. It didn't even figuratively happen. Can you imagine? The third thing that I do on this channel, sorry, to go back to my previous point, the third thing I do on this channel is solo RPGs, and that will be continuing, but again, very sporadically. I may start moving to a model where I do some streams on Discord, because that was kind of fun, and a lot, well, it's not easier, but, like, I don't need all the externals of Twitch, man. Not usually, anyway, so we'll see. But that will not affect Doomed, and it will probably not affect Method Madness. Is that what I call this? I think it is. As for Doomed, as mentioned before, today... I hear a tinge of blah. Oh, well... Nomhair, there's only one way to find out. Do you hear my voice in any different... Sorry. We don't need to test your ears with my voice. My voice? Is that my voice? Is that my voice? So, in 2026, the plan is, today, we are going to be streaming a little right away, Mr. Butt. Also, thank you. God, that's loud. Today... we are going to be looking at a side scenario for Arkham Horror the card game, Film Fatale, the newest, side scenario in Arkham. And who better to play through Film Fatale solo for the first time than Lola Hayes, the actress, brackets, typically one of the least beloved, hardest to play investigators in the game. Will there ever be method doomness? Cthulhu, that is a... I'm not changing anything, Nomir. What do you think I am? What do you think I am? One of those Sir Change-A-Lot? God, that's loud. Yeah, well, stop subscribing, and then you won't have your eardrums blown out, okay? So there you go. Honestly, Flower, that is just straight up and down my life. After I wrote the Patreon post for RPG Clinic about solo RPGs, I went and played Little Town again on my own. And when I started playing Arkham Horror the card game in TTS, I would play 3 4-handed solo. It was insanity. And I was, like, kind of doing it in a somewhat roleplay kind of way. I'd be like, oh yeah, Jenny Barnes, like, she wouldn't want to go over there. She'd be going where the money is, you know, like, whatever. Who is Sir Changelot? Who is Sir Changelot? Wrong answers only. So, I am many things, Mia. Fickle is nearer to the bottom of that list. It's not on the list. It's nearer to the bottom. Today we will be running Lola Hayes through Film Fatale. I expect this to be an absolute disaster. Immediately, Mr. Butt. Immediately. I expect this to be a big problem. Because I don't think this deck is good and I don't know how to play it. Should be a good time. Hopefully we'll have a good story. Next Saturday there is very unlikely to be a stream from me. But then the week after that, barring any changes, you should be able to expect a new Twombed on this channel. That's when me and one of the members of the community play through some Arkham as well. The current plan is for Nomhair and I to take, not new investigators, but new to us investigators through a fan-made campaign. Yo, Cthulhu, it's disgusting. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. Having TTS helps, obviously, because you don't need to pick up physical cards all the time, but yeah. Is that good enough for a tease for Arkham? I think so. In the spring, I mentioned Arkham changing, and therefore Doomed probably changing with it. In the spring, Arkham's new core is releasing, Chapter 2, then with a campaign, and then Investigator starter packs, and then another mini campaign. I plan on picking those up I plan on picking up physical versions, because if I'm going to play the core campaign with core set only, then that's fewer cards to track, and I can maybe even do it in person. I think the camera is tilted. There we go. Yeah, big hype. I'm really jazzed because I think it'll feel very different to play with like only kind of really base level cards. The plan is to do that in a stream setup where you can all see the cards and see the table. I'm going to pick Kate's brain about it because I know Kate would have a solution. But for me, I'm just going to need a capture card for multiple webcams. Nomhair, what do you mean into the net? Hey, nobody's forcing you to do anything. But I think... well, so Flower, good point. And yes, I could. I will say the backroom deal setup is at another location. I know it looked like I'm in a Hollywood film set, but it's not here. And that setup is not at this location. Could I prevail upon my friends to use their home? Probably. It might honestly be the best thing. No worries, Mr. Butt. Thank you for being at the back of the class. We appreciate it. Okay, I think we just need to jump in, right? Today we're going to look at Lola Hayes, the actress, parallel Lola Hayes, and I'll explain what that means in a moment. We're going to look at Film Fatale. We're going to do some drawing of weaknesses, because of course it's a standalone, so I took some XP, so I have to take some weaknesses, and then we'll dive in and play Film Fatale. Yes, yeah, Nomhair, see, like, it's just, it's complicated, and I think I can do it, even at my, like, kind of admittedly crappy setup here. I think I can do it, but whatever. Yes, exactly, Volkloss. Now, I only got into the game. My friend had up to Forgotten Age when I started playing. But that still felt very small to me. Oh, you only... I understand, Nomhair. Okay, yes, right. You came from outer space, alternate dimension, I don't know. And now, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, thank God you're here, Nomhair. I need you to play Arkham with me. And Flower, that is so valid, because, like, I think both being there is gonna burn my brain a little bit. But yeah, I'm with Volkgloss, I'm with Cthulhu. I'm really jazzed to just pick up a core and be like, okay, these are all the cards I have. I can't do anything else. If I'm playing, say, Izzy Barnes, the new survivor, I have to just take this, I have to take the neutral skills, because that's all I have access to, or whatever, you know, things like that. Okay, I think... All right. Well, welcome to Celluloid Fatale. Hang on, I gotta adjust my spooky green screen. So the image behind me in my OBS overlay is called Spooky Green Screen. Did that drop today, Cthulhu? No. No. I did not see that. Because I bet it's like after you evade an enemy, discover a clue at your location. That's my guess. Just guessing. Okay, welcome to welcome to Celluloid Fatale, a side scenario for Arkham Horror the card game. Okay, didn't? How did I miss it? Oh, that does make sense actually. She's just Finn. Okay, today we are playing a pack of Arkham Horror the card game that makes liberal use of a word that has been banned: celluloid catastrophe. Mia Sand, I thank you. You have earned yourself 10 brownie points with me. Ooh, that is good, Flower. Heck yeah. Let us have a look at Lola Hayes, the actress, a word I can still say, but I will try to remember to replace the F word with celluloid. Let's not look at her front side just yet. First of all, though, let's admire the art for a second. Actually, let's admire the art on improvisation. I think it's better. No, it's the art on her weakness, which is crisis of identity, of course. Because, of course, you can't have an actor if they're not having a crisis of identity. So this is Lola. She's obviously been in many different moving pictures and stage productions. Okay, let's have a look at Lola Hayes, the actress. Yeah. This is, well, aha, Flower. This is, parallel. Does it, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, thank you, Cthulhu. This should be anyway. Yeah, parallel. The big screen bamboozle. That is a very different tone, but I like it. All right, let's have a look. Lola had assumed that her days of performing the King in Yellow were behind her. Recently, however, she has heard a lone violin play the haunting melody from the show's last production. I can't stop. The music creeps into her mind in moments of silence and solitude, and she's compelled to visit the Ward Theater one last time. Let's not forget as well, our previous doomed adventure was Patrice Hathaway, the violinist, who was also investigating a spooky violin. Interesting. So, parallel investigators in this game are released after the regular investigator is, with typically a more complex version of their ability. And it is meant to inspire an alternate deck building. It's meant to inspire talkie trouble. Hey, Miss Hayes, we got some trouble with the talkies here. I hope we meet a real movie man, a real celluloid producer, a real picture producer. So, Flower, I was convinced to take the parallel back. I was not convinced that it was the right thing to do. I am still not convinced it's the right thing to do, but I wanted to give it the old college try. Oh, canonically. Okay, well, shoot. Silent Fs. Haha. Aha, Silent Hill F. You got it. This is the parallel version of her deck building, which allows you to take 2 classes at character creation. Well, we'll see when we get into it. And then you can take cards up to level 4 of those 2 classes, and cards from the other classes level 0 to 1. However, your deck must contain at least 6 cards from each class, which, Nom here, I will point out, makes her similar to another neutral investigator, subject 5U2I, is that 21? Is that her name? I think it is. Who must take, I think, 7 cards from each class, but has to upgrade in a very particular way. Correct. Let's look at her front side. So here she has 6 health and 6 sanity, which is correct, bad. She's got 3s in all her stats, which is correct, balanced. She's performer traded. It says you begin the game in neutral role. You can only play or commit neutral cards or cards of your current role. This is important. This is a change from her regular version. Her regular version said you can only play, commit, or activate abilities on. Exactly. Yeah. So it was a lot more restrictive in her, well, it is a lot more restrictive on her usual version. Her forced ability, however, has changed. It is a forced ability now. It says when your turn begins, switch your role. I am going to take this to mean, and I think this is pretty fair, switch means you must change. You cannot say, oh, I'll stay in Seeker. Switch, I believe... Look, switch has a number of different meanings, and we can get into those at a later date. But I believe the assumption is you must. And it must be changed. That would be my assumption. And that's how I'm going to play. Also, link me to a ruling if I'm wrong, because that would be great. But the important thing here is that she can only play or commit neutral cards or cards of her current role. So, for example, if I was in Guardian role one turn, and I wanted to commit a non-Guardian card to a skill test, you can't. If I wanted to play a Guardian event, you could. Yeah. Ooh. Lola Helper. Is that a thing, Flower? Let's have a look. It would probably be here. No. Or here. No, not there. Sorry, here. I don't know what that is. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. And we got the little die here, which you can change to various. So actually, it's essentially Cthulhu's version of the solution, which I appreciate. Yeah. So I think that's all I really have to say. Basically, her ability allows you to play cards of any class, but only in particular ways. Now, what is good about Parallel Lola, and I think frees her up from some of her restrictions, is that, say, one turn I was in Rogue, and I play, I don't know, lockpicks, or, a green-colored gun, say. On future turns, I don't need to be in Rogue to use that ability, because I can only play or commit cards of my current role, but I can use or activate abilities on cards of any role. Or of any class, which is good. Correct. Flower, I am a coward. Look, Flower, ha! There you go. Thanks, Nom here. And it makes sense. I am a coward in this case, because I want to see as much of this scenario as possible, and I'm honestly not sure I'm going to get past Act 1. I don't have great faith. So Lola is, canonically, a stage actress. She toured with the production of The King in Yellow. If you play her in Path to Carcosa, she has some additional story beats and stuff, because she was in the play, and then she starts backstage and that sort of thing. Oh, sad. Of course, it's true, Flower. Oh, man, that is sad. Okay. I think that's all I have to say about that. So, what can I say? Lola... is perhaps a little fickle, which is an F word I'm allowed to use. She's a little Silent Hill fickle. She's perhaps a little changeable. She can kind of turn her hand to anything, although I imagine her usual go-to will be non-sort of mystical things, but perhaps there'll be some of that happening as we go. The next thing that we have to do on Doomed, of course, is our classic drawing of the weaknesses. I am playing with 29 XP, and let me tell you, that was really, really hard to get down to. I really wanted to do 39 XP, but I was having trouble cutting cards as well, so I ended up cutting cards and XP, which means I have to take 3 random basic weaknesses. That's too many. I'm in trouble. Let's draw 6. 9? No, it's 6. Yeah, you did. You must have missed. You must have missed it, Flower. But let me just tell you, Flower of August, this celluloid catastrophe is gonna be epic. We're gonna win Oscars, baby. I'm gonna draw 6 weaknesses that I can take, and then I'm gonna select 3 of them. Here we go. Stupor, sure. Stupor, I barely... Oh. Indebted. I can't say. No, sorry, I'm going to draw 6 and choose 3 of them, to be clear. Stubborn detective, we hate you. Back injury, terrible thing for a actor to have. I would argue. Haunted, love that. I mean, hate it, but love it. And the vow of Dristilek, which I'm still not quite sure what this is. Yeah, always read the exam before starting the exam, Flower. Okay. So, some of these point to Lola having a real dangerous-ass background. I am... Okay. Well, I never... This feels correct. I feel like Stupor is correct. Indebted also, if we're going with the starving artist situation, I also think that Lola is here on set in Hollywood because she's taking work in the movies, in the Silent Hill Fs. So I imagine she's also indebted. I don't love this for me, obviously, for a variety of reasons. And then, of these guys, I think she could be haunted. Ooh. Well, that's the question, Cthulhu. I feel like if it says you must forced switch your role, you can't be like, I'm going to switch it from Guardian to Guardian. Like, I don't think... So, but you could go, from Rogue to Mystic. Ahaha, Ethereal Slip. It really is. Yeah, this feels correct to me. I'm just gonna talk through here. What do we got? So, let's hang on. The story is emerging. This is the chronology of Lola Hayes. Haunted by her past, acting in The King in Yellow and all of the madness that came along with it. She managed to survive the events of The King in Yellow, but obviously that took a toll on her sanity, which caused her to go into debt trying to live her life. So, of course, she also turned to perhaps some form of chemical dependence. This is the era where they just threw out celluloid when the run was over. Well, look, we all know how H. Horatio Humpherson's studio turned out, okay? So, these are our weaknesses, and I feel like this is pretty thematic. And I should say what they do as well, even though we will... Knowing my luck, no doubt we will see them in-game almost immediately. Indebted, you start the game with 2 fewer resources. Womp womp. It's very bad, but I'm hoping to draw something I know I have in my deck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Exactly. She was haunted. Yeah, exactly. She was haunted by what she learned. Well, okay, in The King in Yellow. I don't know if she went through the path to Carcosa, because canonically, that was Sephina. Haunted says you get -1 to each of your skills, double action discard. Gross. Just ask Mr. Humpherson. He's got all the H's. He's got all the H's, baby. And Stupor can be healed as if it were a single point of horror, which will not be happening, but that's okay. After you take a parley, draw, or investigate action, you cannot take any of those types of actions for the remainder of the turn, which is actually also going to be devastating. Is what it is. Okay, our haunted, indebted... Who's Detta? Haunted, indebted, stuporific Lola Hayes. Maybe I did, Flower of August. Maybe I did. Hot scum freeze. That's a new one, Cthulhu, and I like it. Wait, no. You can't take any draw actions. Hold up. We've seen this in game before, and I'm just rereading it. Yeah, you can't take any of those types of actions for the remainder of the turn. To be clear, because that would... I mean, it would be devastating, but it does happen in this game. Let's dive in. I think I want to get to it. I want to see how far I can actually get into this freaking cinematic masterpiece. Rookie weakness. In the wake of several bizarre and dangerous events, Silent Hill F star Andre Patel has invited Lola Hayes to Hollywood. I mean, she's there looking for work, but let's, okay, we're not going to read the rest of that. I'm just going to point out, normally it costs us 3 XP. Alert. We know what most of these words mean, but I will remind people as they come up. Alert is like retaliate, but for evasion. Combination tests combines skills and tests both of them. Elusive is a new keyword from Hemlock Vale. If an enemy with elusive is attacked or attacks, after that attack resolves, it immediately disengages, moves to a connecting location, and exhausts. Yeah. This is they are hitting and running. They're like Flea. Patrol, we've seen before. It's like Hunter, but they go somewhere specific. Props. Investigators may take control of unique prop story assets during the scenario. If it is defeated, it goes in the victory display. If an investigator who controls a prop asset is defeated, we're going to have a lot more problems than whatever this says. As a free trigger, you can give a prop to another investigator. No. Yeah, Cthulhu, it was a wild time in Hollywood, okay? These things happen. These things just happen. All right. You have arrived in Hollywood at the request of your contact, the Silent Hill F, actor Andre Patel. Now, to be clear, Lola is not here only on his orders. She has a connection with this guy. Andre's done tons of work in the theater. It's new, Volkloss. It's new. He's done tons of work in the theater, which is where they met, and now she's hoping that he can offer her a job to pay off her debts. Theater Tentacles. Tentacles. Hi, I'm Theater Tentacles. According to Andre, something strange is happening on Lot C. Cameras and props have gone missing. Not that strange. People steal stuff. And a series of accidents nearly halted production. Rumors have spread between the cast members that these celluloids, that these flicks are cursed. None of it was taken seriously until one of the cast members was found dead. That's a little scary. The late afternoon sun beats down on the hot pavement as you scan the crowd for signs of Andre. Half a dozen extras in alien masks whisk past you, followed by a stagehand dragging a large dinosaur foot by wagon. That's cute. Across the lot, you finally spot him standing with a trio of werewolves. His eyes light up, and he strides briskly through the busy lot once he sees you. Finally! He takes a bow. I thought you'd never arrive. And just in time, too. Please, follow me. As the Silent Hill F-Star leads you across the lot, you catch glimpses of the various sets. A Cosmic Journey features a cheap-looking rocket, a robed wizard, and alien Saturnites. Meanwhile, the Forgotten Island is filled with crudely painted pyramids and gargantuan papier-mâché dinosaurs. A blood-curdling scream echoes out of the gothic horror set for The Abominable Contessa as you walk past. I don't think the mishaps lately are just bad luck, he says gravely. Unfortunately, my reputation has made it difficult to get a straight answer out of the cast and crew. They find me dramatic! Nobody wants to tell their star actor that something's gone wrong on set, which is why I need you to ask around these movie production sets. See what they think is really going on. Drama dread. Andre's demeanor brightens. This could be quite fun, actually. I hope you're up to the task. Someone with my reputation. Yeah, I hope nothing too serious, Cthulhu. It would, I imagine, some people on this movie set would have a lot of. Anyway, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, right, for Lola. Yeah. What gave you that impression, Voltglass? Now, Voltglass, I don't like to make bets against myself. I do. I bet against myself all the time. But I'm not shorting the stock market here, okay? That's unethical. Do you think I will make it to whatever Act 2 is? Get your bets in now. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Oh, yay! I can say the F word again. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this in a fun way here. Will Lola make it to Act 2 or equivalent? Option 0 will be I believe. And option 1 will be I deeply distrust your abilities. Sorry, your/her abilities. All right, we're doing a poll. It's going up now. So you can exclamation mark vote and then space and then 0 or 1. No. I'm saying don't, Flower. Don't do that. Excellent. Ah, I love you guys. Gather all cards from the film Fatale encounter set. Put central lot into play. Quiet on set. Face up. Place the space set, the jungle set, and the gothic set into play. We begin at the central lot. Let's go have a look at setup for me. Jungle, space, gothic, central. Let's throw old pink haze there. I cannot decide your life for you, Flower of August. I can only tell you that note pinned to my door about the frost tokens was too far. Let's overthink it. Gather all 3 prop assets, shuffle them together, and place them in a stack face down. That looks like it's been done, but I'll shuffle them. I'm right there with you now. I'm here. Set things aside. Use the standalone chaos bag. I did that already, but let's go have a look at it. The standalone chaos bag looks pretty generous for now. A +1, 2 zeros, 3 -1s, 2 -2s, 2 skulls, -3, -4. And that's it. So no other tokens other than the skull, which is -X, 1 more than the current agenda. So currently -2. Oh, thanks, Flower. I do have a copy. Don't actually send me one. It's just a full-sized copy of a card game nailed to my door. Yeah, well, Cthulhu, thankfully, Lola doesn't... Well, she does know some magic, but we'll get there. That's it. That's an interlude. Okay, cool. So we're here at the central lot. Andre Patel has asked Lola Hayes to investigate the rumors going around, the swirling around this Hollywood film set. I'm saying the word again. And yeah, let's have a look at our agenda and our act. I don't really know what else to say. Lola is an actor. She can turn her hand to anything, but she doesn't have a ton of experience, like, investigating. Like, she's not a detective. Oh, that's not on top of it for some reason. Huh. Huh. Agenda 1A, show business, as usual. As you walk with Andre, he mentions the trouble around the lot all started when the producer, it's always a producer, Erica Strand, found the deal of the century on 3 props for the... God damn it, Strand! This is a steal. And 1 prop per film that we're working on Lot C? This is insane. Of course I'm going to buy them. Ever since then, people have been acting strange. Things have been disappearing, and the world just doesn't seem right. Shuffle the encounter deck. 5 Doom. 5 Doom is not a lot of Doom. It's concerning. Act 1A, Andre's request. The mishaps that have plagued Lot C all seem to stem from several strange props. By tracking them down, you may be able to put a stop to these unfortunate events. Some people used brackets in their poll, but I still think I Believe would have won. So it might be a good day for believers. It might also be a terrible day for believers. Act 1A says, each possessed extra gains aloof. That is, as someone who has worked as an extra, let me tell you, possessed extras are always very aloof. They're all on the side, just like... No, actually, extras tend to be very chatty. Objective. Investigate as many of the cursed props. Oh, I could have Flower, but I didn't want to. But I should have. Ah, well, it's fine. Investigate as many of the cursed props as you can. At the end of the round, if there are 2 or more prop assets in the victory display, the investigators may advance. So I want to do that before the agenda advances, probably. Okay. On a cold winter Saturday morning, 6 a.m., a confused Scot steps on the front steps of his house, clutching his bathrobe tighter against the cold. There was a thud, and upon his deck rests... Let me try that again. There was a thud, and upon his deck rests a half-snow-covered copy of Edge of the Earth. A look around, a frown, before he picks it up and steps back inside, the porch light turning off after. Light movement of the curtain as Scott peeks outside. This will be the opening scene of my masterpiece, At the Edge of Reason, starring me, Andre Patel. Okay, so we just need to put 2 props in the victory display. Let's go have a look at jungle set, space set, gothic set. The central lot, quiet on set, says, if anyone has questions about how movies are made or whatever, I am an actor professionally, as you all know, so I can... Damn it! Shit! Well, Andre Patel was alive in the 20s, Flower, so his version came first. Basically, if you have questions about how movies are made, I can probably help answer them. But for example, as you all know, the phrase quiet on set is, you know, I think it's exactly what it... Peekaboo Patel! Fucking Andre. Oh, Andre. Oh, it's the Bridget Jones sequel, that's right. So Nom here. Really bad chances today because of the fact that, as per quiet on set, film sound recording is very particular. They try to capture as clean sound as possible on set of the dialogue that they need for the scene, or perhaps the room tone, and nothing else. And then everything else gets added in post. So you have sound effects are added in post, usually done by I can't remember the term right now, unfortunately, but like, you know, people whose job it is to do that. Background ambiance, so dialogue and stuff, that's also all added in post or whatever. Which is fun. Oh, he wins like a winner who wins. An extra is an actor that acts like an actor. Exactly. I think wins like a winner. In the 1920s, this would have been very easy because they weren't recording sound. So it didn't, like, if you go watch, you know, Singing in the Rain or whatever, people are just, like, yapping. I mean, they're trying, you know, with the advent of sound in film, they had to do a lot of, like, they had to do a lot of retrofitting to these studios to have, like, soundproof booths where people could continue conversations while the acting was happening. Also, microphones were much more directional back then. So, you know, it wasn't quite as big a problem. Now they're very sensitive. I'm done talking. Yog-Sothoth yapping. Mia Sand, I am very pleased that you are here and doing this. Yeah, probably Flower. That I actually don't know much about, but that does make sense to me. Yeah, I don't think so, Nom here, but I guess we'll find out. Look at that tree. Look at that massive tree. And what was the question, Flower? Those arcane symbols are Roman letters. Okay, anyway. The central lot says, action, spend a clue, add the topmost card beneath the central lot to the victory display. Cool. So I have to go get some clues, because there's no clues here. I have to go investigate and find clues about the props, and then bring the information back to the central lot, and then as an action, spend a clue, and put a prop in the victory display, and I have to do that at least twice, because the objective says at the end of the round if there are 2 or more. Ideally, I'll get all 3, but, you know, we'll see. It is time, my friends. It is time to draw our opening hand. It is time for Lola Hayes to investigate the mysterious happenings on Lot C. Let's get doomed. Okay, this is a absolute shit-ass opening hand. But leveled up flashlight is actually what I wanted. Two! Okay, we discard this, we discard... We're not going to need to viciously blow anything, sorry. We're not going to need to hit anything, I don't think. I don't mind an unexpected courage. We toss 3 because I'm hoping for money. No money. But... okay. So, the question is, what am I keeping? Not what am I keeping, what am I playing this turn? And specifically, what's my role going to be? God damn it. So, forced, when your turn begins, switch your role. I started neutral, so I will switch it out of neutral to Seeker, because I think I'm going to want to commit that inquiring mind to an investigation test. Lola Hayes finds herself at the central lot, looking at the various film sets that are in the process of either being built or being taped or perhaps in rehearsals. I would be drawn probably to the Gothic set. We've got a jungle set, a space set, and a Gothic set. I would be tempted to go to the Gothic set. I'm going to play a flashlight. It's neutral, so I am allowed to play it. Leveled up flashlight has 4 supplies, and it says when you perform a skill test while investigating or attempting to evade, spend a supply to give it -2 difficulty. I am then going to move. I am indebted, but I do have a flashlight. I feel like a flashlight is a useful thing to have on a film set. There might be certain dark corners. Yeah, well, Flower, so my original plan with this deck was flashlight, some sort of gun, and cleaning kit. Leveled up cleaning kit. And then I needed soak and a bunch of other XP, and I just ran out of money. It just wasn't happening. Or XP, so it is what it is. Yeah, we've got... Okay, if I have a flashlight, what's the darkest film set? The space set or the Gothic set? It's gotta be the Gothic set, right? I'm not making a poll, I'm just going. The Gothic set says, the realistic lighting and sound effects evoke a far-off place on a dark and stormy night. Oh. There have been reports that actors who spend extended time on the set seem to lose themselves in their role. Well, that does sound about right. The Gothic set is a 3-shroud, 1-clue location. It says forced. After you discover 1 or more clues at this location, test combat 2. If you fail, ready the nearest enemy. It moves towards, engages, and attacks the nearest investigator. It moves towards, engages, and attacks the nearest investigator. It moves towards. Like, as many locations as possible, I guess. It doesn't say once. Anyway, reaction after you defeat an enemy at Gothic set, heal a horror. When you stake a vampire, you heal a horror. Makes sense to me. He's not a loser who loses, okay? All right. Lola Hayes, let's get investigating. My last action, I'm going to investigate. I am in Seeker. Yeah, location one at a time, right? For sure. I could use the flashlight, spend a supply on the flashlight to reduce the difficulty by 2, which would make me 3 to 1. But I can also commit this inquiring mind to be 6 to 3. Lola has an inquiring mind. In this case, she's hoping that if she helps Andre with his little situation on set, then she can, like, clear a curse. It's nothing to do with her. She's not in danger. But if the set is no longer cursed, maybe they'll give an actor with her kind of pedigree a role. Who knows? I'm going to investigate at 6 to 3.
I love gold.
All right, Nom Hair. What's the trivia? Let me know as I stare at this tentacle. Actually, let me get the counters out here. Fuck. What a shit start. Ugh. Chaos token. There we go. God, that sucks. Oh, God. No! What a terrible start! All right, there we go. Boop! Oh, it's true. Be spooky. What did Lola do to prepare for this investigative seeker stuff? Good question, Nom Hair. Lola Hayes watched a lot of, oh, no, it's pre-1930s. Damn it, okay. She read a whole bunch of hard-boiled crime novels to prepare, and she spent a day walking the streets of Los Angeles, sort of like pretending to follow suspects and walking into diners and sort of like narrating things to herself. You know, she'd walk into a diner and she'd be like, the man at the counter the man at the counter ordered a cup of coffee. He ordered it black, and the steam rising off of it gave him a mysterious air. The man clearly had some contemplating to do. And then she would like make up things that she could try to ask the man about his life. So a terrible start. Let us go to upkeep. Is that it? That's it. Oh, a little friend. That's nice. Put the assets over here because we are indebted, so good lord, I'm not going to be able to play. Okay, get a clue, move twice, get another clue, move again. Get a clue, move twice, get another clue, Move again. Spend 2 clues. 7 actions. If nothing bad happens. 7 actions is 2 turns. 3 turns. So I think we're still okay for time. We get a 1 doom out of 5. Lola's... Oh, guys, sorry if the screen is tearing a little bit. It's kind of annoying. Lola is unable to find anyone or anything on the Gothic set at all. Her inquiring mind has led her here first, of course. If there is to be something cursed, presumably it would be on the set where people say they lose themselves. There are 3 cards under the central lot right now, which I presume are 3 props each to do with one of the sets, probably, right? But Lola is not one to give up. She is going to stay here and try to figure out what's going on the Gothic set as long as possible. We go to 1 doom out of 5, and we draw an encounter card. For those of you, the reason I've put my head in my hands is because I see victory 1 on an enemy that comes out of the encounter deck. I have to assume this is a big, beefy, scary enemy. Oh, God. All right, let's have a look. This is Erica Strand, the possessed producer. Okay, so... Okay, imagine for me, if you will, Lola Hayes is, like, creeping around this Gothic set. There's, like, kind of gnarled trees. There's, like, some cameras and some lights, but they're all off. Dead silent. Nobody there at all. And as she turns the corner, she lets out a sigh. I thought I heard something, she says, and as she turns around, jump scare! The woman who is producing these 3 films, foaming at the mouth, holding what appears to be a sword or a stick of some kind? Yeah, she's in her pirate phase. Each possessed extra gains aloof. So I think this is going to be my turn. Erica Strand is a 4/5/2 with victory 1. Her possessed pirate phase, her PPP, if you will. Forced, when the enemy phase begins, if Erica Strand is ready, if, reveal a random token from the Chaos Bag. If a Skull Cultist, Tablet, Elder Thing, or Tentacle token is revealed, ready each other possessed enemy, they gain Hunter and lose aloof until the end of the round. She's a producer, she's wrangling people. She's really more of a second assistant director, but that's okay. She's wrangling the various people on set. So, jump scare, Lola stumbles back as the woman in front of her, clearly possessed by some sort of evil spirit or madness, screams and tries to slash her with a sword. Doesn't look like a prop sword. Let's go to my turn. I'm going to switch to Mystics so that I can commit this Promise of Power when I need to. Let us investigate. No, obviously not. Let's evade Erica Strand. And then we're going to try to find a clue here, and we're going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to evade Erica Strand. I have 3 agility versus her 2 evasion. But if I spend a supply from Flashlight, it says, when you are attempting to evade, spend a supply, it gets -2 difficulty. So 3-0. Look, Flower, these things are in real life too, okay? Yeah, well, yeah, about 6 minutes and 66 seconds ago, right, Crosshair? God! All right, Flashlight. So, thinking quickly, Lola stumbles back and lets out her signature actor scream. You know, it's that wonderful, like, shrill, terrified scream. But like, it's real. She's just trained. She has, like, big lung capacity. And then pulling from the waistband of her... I know it looks like she's wearing a dress here, but I imagine she's wearing trousers. She pulls out her flashlight and shines it in Erica's eyes. I'm going to evade at 3-0. Is it broken? Okay, hang on. Just gonna check. I'm just gonna check. I'm just checking. I'm just checking. It's not broken. Okay. No. Okay, we have to do it again. We have to just wait. Oh, fuck. We have to just wave our flashlights around again. I need to evade her, and then I need to get the clue here. And then I'll be stuck with her for another turn. Fuck. I know, Namir, it's like literally turn 2, and I'm just like, I think everything's broken. We should just restart, I think. All right, we shine the flashlight again. Here we go. Ah! It didn't work the first time. Erica hisses like some sort of cat, like some sort of demonic creature, and then scuttles along the ground at her as Lola attempts to give her a kick in the head. That one worked, okay? That one worked. We evade Erica. Frack. I forgot about this. The Gothic set says after you discover 1 or more clues, test combat 2, and if you fail, the nearest enemy engages and attacks me. So, in fact, I don't want to get a... Yeah, but I also could just not get a clue here and just kind of keep biffing her about. Boffing her about? What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, this is so bad! What a terrible start! What a terrible day. You know what? Just pass. Let's do it. Let's investigate. You're crosshair. Flower's absolutely right. A promise of power and then some unexpected courage. I think this is what I have to do. Okay? Just is what it is. Sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't know what that means. Okay. Lola, having finally managed to scramble behind one of the gravestones on the Gothic set, watches as Erica Strand lets out a scream and starts to stalk about looking for her prey. She can see a clear way to the exit, but she can also see what Erica was guarding. Would it be a prop? Probably not. It would be... Would it be a powerful thing here? She is guarding. She was hunting for Lola on this set. So I'm gonna say the source of her power is hiding here. It's her producer's notebook and clipboard. That's what I'm gonna say, and we're gonna try to grab her notes. Last action, investigate. I am going to commit this promise of power, which I can do because I'm a mystic. It adds a curse to the bag, and it makes me 7 to 3. A -2. You love to see it. We get the clue. Now, we get the clue. She's headhunting, one could say. After you discover 1 or more clues, test combat 2. This is very bad for me if this doesn't pass, actually, so we're just going to hope it passes. Yeah, it's actually really bad for me if this doesn't pass, because then I get hit twice, right? Once now and once in the enemy phase. Flower. I'm going to commit this unexpected courage. We're going to be unexpectedly courageous as we try to grab her notebook and then throw ourselves back out of the film set. We're going to be courageous by running away, by trying to pass her by. I'm at 5 to 2. This feels important. Pass. So, she does not ready right now. As Lola, I think she probably throws something. Lola throws something to the other side and it skitters on the floor, and she watches as Erica exorcist, she scrabbles off like a horrible little creature into the corner, and Lola starts to take off, and as she steps out into the sunlight, she goes, and then a hand on her shoulder. Nothing in the enemy phase. In the upkeep phase, I draw a card. It's a crisis of identity. This is bad. Very bad, potentially. They're unionizing! Get them! I'm having a crisis of identity already. Discard a card in your hand or in your play area of your current role. Well, I'm Mystic, so I have no cards in my hand or play area of my current role. Then, discard the top card of your deck, switch your role to the class of the discarded card. But then, of course, on my next turn, I'm going to be forced to change again. Okay, so it's Guardian. So I'm in Guardian right now. Retcon in 5. No, I don't want to retcon this. Guys, I'm scared. Oh! Then. You're absolutely right, Flower. Thank you. Interesting how that works. I'm just going to reshuffle it back into my deck. So it fizzles. I don't have a crisis of identity. I was only Mystic for that one moment where I tried to sort of... I don't know if she's praying. What was she doing exactly? She's got this clipboard and notebook. It is a thing, Nomhair, which is annoying, and I just want to look at the wording here. If the effect of an ability includes the word then, the text preceding the word then must be successfully resolved in full before the thing after that, which is like a really annoying way of putting it, basically. Yeah. If the pre-then aspect does not successfully resolve in full, the post-then aspect does not resolve. It's so silly. What a silly way to put that. But I mean, it's language, I guess. Okay. So a crisis of identity, but it fizzles. I'm more having a crisis of, like, my life here. Okay. We go to 2 out of 5 Doom. And, of course, Erica slaps a hand on our shoulder. And we go, ah! Yeah, so Nomhair, good shout. You are correct. It's not too bad. Because so I will say this. This is her tabooed weakness. This is a weakness that was changed. Because let me just go grab her original one. Let's play a fun game of can you tell what's changed? Here's the original. Discard all cards you control of your current role. All cards you control. All cards you control. Now, maybe you happen to be in Rogue and you have no Rogue cards on the board. Fine. But maybe you're trying to make a Lola build where you can actually play cards and have cards on the board. So you're going to be in... The thing is, this is her treachery. This is her weakness for her original version. In her original version, you had to be in a role in order to activate a card. I know. So, for example, if you were playing with like original Lola and you were in Seeker, you could then activate your fingerprint kit or your whatever things on the board. But then this comes along and just goes, nope, you're not allowed. And it wipes your board state. It's bad news. It's a fun play around for sure. Look, we've got a vampire lady to deal with. We've got a horrible monster to deal with here. We go to 2 out of 5 Doom and we draw an encounter card. Look out, Lola! Action! No. No, it's the possessed extras that gain aloof. Apparently. It's bad, though, eh? That she's here. Peril! You must decide. Lose 2 actions, or I take a damage in a horror. Well, take a damage in a horror, because I gotta get the hell out of here. Action. Space 2, Scene 5, take 19! 19? What is this Stanley Kubrick shit over here? Who the hell's out here doing 19 takes on film? 19! Oh my god. Alright, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, it looks like a vampire. Alright, okay. We go to my turn. And I will switch from Mystic to Survivor. And then now we got to get away from her. We gotta get away from Erica Strand. Oh gosh, so I have to investigate. I have to evade again. We're gonna try our best. Basically, the hand clamps down on the shoulder, and then the, like, claws dig into her back, and Lola is suddenly running for her life. She's gonna attempt to distract... Amateur shit. Yeah, directors I've worked with who like doing a large number of takes. Why? Huh? You think you're getting anything better than you did on take 2? No, you're probably not. Filmmaking is a very difficult art form, and I obviously don't know everything about it. And in fact, I'm barely a professional when it comes to film acting. Barely. However, there is a balance to be struck between everyone on the camera side and everyone on the sound side and everyone on the hair and makeup and costume side. Art generally will be set before the scene starts. Lighting, camera, and sound want as many takes as possible because they're going to get better every time they do a take. Actors probably want as few takes as possible because things are fresher first and you get tired. So the balancing act is, how many takes do you do to not burn your actors, but still let your camera have a good shot, basically? Barely professional. Look, I'm a winner who wins, okay? Sorry, I can win like a winner who wins. Let's evade Erica Strand. I'm at 3-0. Here we go. Hell yeah, you're evaded. Get out of here, Strand. Lola manages to shine her light on a reflector, which again blinds the terrifying lady who stumbles and falls back inside the Gothic set. I'm going to move to Central Lot. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm here. Everyone looks at the person doing continuity and they're like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I recorded for a video game a couple of years ago. I think it was a vertical slice, actually, so I don't think it's ever going to see the light of day. I was doing performance capture. And the text was very hard to memorize because it wasn't particularly natural. That's the job. It is what it is. And let me tell you, we did many takes because the person who was on text would come up and be like, oh, you said, but it's actually Anne. Or like, you said, wasn't that? You said fly away, but it's actually fly off. And I'd be like, yeah, no, I understand. Like, I understand it has to be word perfect. But also, does it? It was bad news. It was bad news bears for everybody. Evaded, debated, cremated, created. All right. We're here at the Central Lot. I'm going to spend a clue, because I'm here, to add the top card of the props. Add the topmost card beneath the Central Lot to the victory display. What did we find? What did we find via Erica Strand's notes? It's the accursed cape, the Shroud of Chaos. The fuck are you talking about? What the hell's the accursed cape, the Shroud of Chaos? Oh my god, I'm not even going to look at that. I don't even need to. It goes in the victory display. What a turn. We've got one evasion left on our flashlight, and then we are in deep trouble. But, you know, that feels pretty middle of the road. Ooh, good question, Flower. I was doing like student films in and then shortly after university, and I was doing voice recordings around that time too. So I would say within about 2 years of doing voice recordings, I got used to hearing my own voice, because especially when you're editing your own voice demos, you really get used to it quite quickly. It is obviously a shock, right? Is that my voice? Is that my voice? As Yzma might say. Hello, Blanky Cat. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. Today, Parallel Lola Hayes is attempting to get away from a horrible monster on the Gothic set in Film Fatale. So we, Blanky Cat, here's what you've missed. Lola has a flashlight. She went to investigate the Gothic set. We drew this horrible enemy turn 1, which is insane. Drew a tentacle on an evasion, which is also insane. Got the clue, got out of there, found an accursed cape, and put it in the victory display. And now, in upkeep, we ready Erica Strand, and we upkeep into some fine clothes. Well, this would make sense. These would be the clothes that Lola... I mean, in theory, it's the clothes Lola brought, but in fact, what it is actually is the finery that goes with the accursed cape, the Shroud of Chaos, which is being kept in Erica Strand's trailer. Breaking news! Local actor Scott Humphrey calls all producers horrible monsters. Quote, I would never work with the likes of them. Those tentacled beasts. Okay, we go to 3 out of 5 Doom. I need to get another clue, come back, and spend the clue at the Central Lot. I think this is going to get really tricky. And I have to do that now, ideally. Like, quickly, I mean. Last looks. Ugh. Last looks is an expression in film, or film specifically, film and television, which asks makeup and props and costumes to like quickly, okay guys, like we're just about to start rolling, get in there and do some touch-ups, basically. Yeah, it's pretty bad, Blanky Cat, I'll be honest with you. Test Willpower 2. This test gets +2 difficulty if there's 3 or more damage on you. If you fail, take a direct horror and discard a card at random from your hand. Well, I'm not committing Precious Memento, so if I do commit it, if I don't commit it, I may as well possibly lose it. I'm at 3-2. That does sound about right too, actually. If I can go 1 up, I would have to commit Precious Memento. I am not committing Precious Memento. I need this for my health and sanity. So we are just going to test and hope to get lucky. Sometimes you just got to get lucky. Okay. As Lola finds the cape and some other clothes strewn about Erica Strand's private trailer, she catches a glimpse of something in the mirror behind her and gasps as she turns around. Another horrible monster. It's okay. Phew. That's okay. It's nothing. There was nothing there. We come back around to the investigation phase. I must change my role. I will change to... Guardian, I guess, so I can pop Tetsuo Mori down? I don't think I'm going to have time. We're going to move. Where would I go next? Where is Erica Strand less likely to find me? The jungle or space? Space, probably, right? In space, no one can hear you scream. A beautiful backdrop illustrated to look like outer space hangs on the wall. A wooden rocket ship coated in silver paint sits in the corner, and people in alien outfits and spacesuits go over their lines with one another. That's nice. The only place not corrupted by capitalism. Space! The director continues to call for an actress on set, but she is nowhere to be found. Lola's like, well, technically I'm in the middle of something, but, does Erica not have Hunter? Oh my god, guys, this game, okay. Sorry, I'm just realizing. I was like, oh, she's gonna follow me, but of course not. She's in the gothic set. She's this horrible, possessed, gothic monster. She's like a vampire or something, or a werewolf, I don't know, something out there. What is she? She's a witch, really, right? She's like the witch from Witch. Sorry. The director continues to call for an actress on set, but she is nowhere to be found. Maybe Lola can step in. Let's move up to the space set and reveal it. 3 shroud and a clue. After you discover 1 or more clues at this location, test Willpower 2. If you fail, lose an action. Action, play an asset from your hand, reducing its cost by 2. Well, I'm going to take advantage of that. Oh, God. A profit-driven new space. Excuse me. No, I'm here. Sorry, I feel like vomiting all of a sudden. Lola is entranced by the magic of the space set. Extras with rubber alien masks, a massive sort of spaceship, a beautiful painted backdrop of a planet. We are taking advantage of the free money. Action 2, I'm going to play an asset from my hand, reducing its cost by 2. It has to be, I switched to Guardian, so I'm going to play Tetsuo Mori for 1. Now, Tetsuo Mori is obviously a police officer. He's too noble for his own good. I'm going to say he's actually a security guard. This is a guy who, Lola, like, comes in and starts kind of poking around, and this guy comes up and taps her on the shoulder. Excuse me, ma'am. They were looking for, I hope this doesn't come across as too presumptuous, ma'am, but you look like you might be an actor, and they're looking for one on set. Is that you, possibly? You might not have heard your call. And she's like, oh, no, I just got here. I'm actually looking into something for my friend Andre. And he's like, Andre Patel? Well, of course, anything Mr. Patel needs, I can help. Mr. Mori, you're not terribly busy on this film set, are you? And he sort of gives a wry smile, and he's like, well, no, usually things are pretty calm around here. Normally I just have to do coffee runs or maybe help someone find their dog. But recently, he trails off. Who were the villains in the late 20s? The Krauts, right? The Germans, probably? Tetsuo Mori may be assigned damage and or horror dealt to other investigators at your location. Whatever. When Tetsuo Mori is defeated, choose an investigator at your location. They search their discard pile or their top 9 cards of their deck for an item and add it to their hand. The Bolsheviks. Correct. That's more correct, actually. No, I'm here. Okay, last action. We're going to investigate my location. I have 3 intellect. It's a 3-shroud location. Am I spending a flashlight charge to go 2 up? And then I will have no flashlight charges, and I will be a sad boy. Or do I just draw a 0? Remember death. Yeah. Oh, remember the trigger for death. Yes. Absolutely. Remember death. I always do, Blanky Cat. We're going to use the flashlight charge because I really want to get this clue. I am investigating at 3 to 1. A -2. We pass. This is good news. With Tetsuo's, Mr. Mori's help, the security guard, Lola is able to find some more information here about what has been happening on set. Sorry about that, guys. Disappearances, strange events, people believing their reality to be getting warped, which normally, most people just kind of chalk up to like, oh, those silly actors. But Lola knows more than that. And Lola knows, based on her experience with the King in Yellow, the power of text, the power of art. It can change you fundamentally. Oh. Oh, that's so cute. I didn't know that. Oh, I love that, Blanky. Mori. Yeah, Memento Mori. Tetsuo Mori. Oh, that's so good. I love it. I didn't know that. So we get the clue. Then, Space Set says, after you discover clues, test Will 2, and if you fail, lose an action. Well, I'll test it. I did not fail, but I don't have no actions left. Enemy phase. There are no hunters. Erica Strand continues to stalk the Gothic set. Lola is starting to believe that maybe they can find the solution, solve Andre's problem, and get the hell out of here. Correct, Flower. There's currently 2 skulls, and that's it. Oh, that's true, actually. Goddamn English. Upkeep into a Eureka, an Eureka. Ah, no, I am not Flower. I am on the... This is why it's green. It's the standard film Fatale. Let's look at the scenario card, and I think you might be able to figure out what's going to happen here. I have a thought about this. The cultists have a bigger negative modifier if there's monsters. The tablets have to do with Saturnites, and the Elder Things have to do with dinosaurs. Please note, there are 3 types of tokens. There are 3 film sets. Each of them seem to have, you know what I mean? I think we can kind of see where this is going. IMO. All right, Lola, you got the clue. I'm so happy for you. That was upkeep. We go to Mythos. We go to 4 Doom. I have to return and put another prop in the victory display. We go to 4 Doom out of 5. Do not screw me. Break a leg. Oh, brutal. Test agility 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 damage or choose and discard a non-story item asset you control. Oh, shit. All right, let's have a light fall on my flashlight. Discarding... Oh, Tetsuo's not an item asset. But my flashlight is empty. All right, see you soon, Nomhair. As they turn to head back to the central lot, Lola is bursting with pride at having found so much and avoided certain death at the hands of that strange producer lady, when suddenly Tetsuo cries out, "Look out, Miss Hayes!" Yeah! Ah, Flower, let me read that to you, because I did not, actually. When played as standalone, follow the steps for standalone. Here's the bag. Oh. Always use the standalone mode chaos bag for this scenario, however. Reset the chaos bag after completion. So I think it's because they don't want other symbols in yet. I think is probably what's happening. Okay. Sorry, let's continue. Look out, Miss Hayes. I'm testing agility 3. I don't really mind failing here, actually, so I'm just going to go ahead and try to... I'm not going to... Okay. I could have passed with a Eureka. That's okay. Lola manages to leap out of the way, but she drops her flashlight, and it is crushed under the weight of a light that comes tumbling down upon her. It's back to my turn. I'm going to change to Seeker? No, I'm going to change to Survivor. And I'm going to try to play my Precious Memento. This is a limit once per game? Yeah. Move back to the central lot. Play the Precious Memento from a former life, which is a blessed charm. Oh, am I out of music? No, it's just quiet. Lola, now with the security guard in tow, has been taking her knowledge back to Andre. And something that she found on the set of the Space film, which I think is called Space 2 or something, hilariously. Sequels haven't been invented yet, though, by the way. Is a bit of, well, it looks like a bit of moon rock. It looks like a prop, but it was tucked away behind everything, and it seems to have a meaning for her. Exactly. I've got the memento, and I've got the Mori. It's almost like it was planned, but it wasn't. This is something that Lola feels very strongly, and she can't explain it, that it links to her past. This is something that she used to either own or take great pride in or has invested emotionally in. And she can't explain why, but she's going to keep it. So now I all of a sudden have a lot of soak, which is good. And for my last action, I will spend a clue, which adds the topmost card in the central lot to the victory display, which is a Helios telescope, gate to the cosmos. And then, this is at the end of the round. I will be advancing. So, first we upkeep. Little brand. Little brand for fighting. And at the end of the round, I will. There are 2 more prop assets in the victory display, so I may advance. And then we'll take a short break, I think, after this, but I want to do this advancing and then advancing the agenda and so on. You rejoin Andre behind one of the film sets. Several accounts blame the recent spate of bad luck on several cursed props. 2 of them, however, seem to be nothing more than mundane items. The 3rd prop, though, has mysteriously disappeared. Together, you and Andre resolve to search the film set for the missing prop. Investigators lose all their clues. If there are cards remaining beneath the central lot, set them aside out of play. I will. Find the set-aside Andre Patel story asset! Yes! He does not take up an ally slot for the remainder of the scenario. Hell yeah. There he is. He doesn't take up an ally slot. Let's have a look at Andre Patel, made for the spotlight. You get +1 agility. Hell yeah. Good job, Patel. After you succeeded a skill test in which 2 or more cards were committed... Okay, big oof for Lola, but that's alright. Exhaust Andre Patel, immediately take an action as if it were your turn. Okay. Okay, so he's a quick thinking... he's a quick thinking strapped to an agility boost, which... I'll take the agility boost. I will take the agility boost, for sure. Alright. Come along, Lola. We must investigate the strange prop. It would appear that this accursed cape and this Helios telescope are indeed nothing more than strange objects made for film. But perhaps there is something else that is worse. So, Nomhair, I just advanced. Andre thinks that 2 of the 3 props are normal and 1 of them is cursed. He is made for Winnie, I agree. Yeah. Oh, and that too, actually, Flower. we've taken control of Andre Patel, who gives me an agility. And he also has an ability where if I commit 2 or more cards, which is going to be hard in Lola, but whatever, I can take an action. So maybe I'll end up with cards to commit, like a Fine Clothes and a Eureka at the same time on an agility test. That could be good. I'm not playing Fine Clothes. Flower's going to be furious. Okay, proceed to Interlude 2, and then we'll do Mythos, and then we'll take a short break, even though Crosshair just came back. Check the victory display. If there are 3 props, add a 0. Oh, Fine Clothes and a urethra. Ew. If your urethra is showing through your clothes are not that fine. If the Staff of the Serpent is not in the victory display, skip to the Forgotten Island. Will do. The Forgotten Island. Andre follows you through the set dressing of the Forgotten Island. Plastic foliage, cheap green turf, the hiss of a fog machine. According to Andre, one member of the production was found babbling on set with the film's signature prop, the Staff of the Serpent, in hand. As you search for the prop, the ground begins to feel softer underfoot. Looking down, you see your shoes sinking in wet, loamy soil. The air has... Very good, Namher. I like it. The air has grown... No. Yig has been defeated. Yig was defeated by Lily Chen. Let us not forget. That is canon. That is canon in this universe. Perhaps this is before. Oh, I see. The air has grown oppressively humid and is filled with the buzzing of cicadas and the cries of distant birds. You look up to see thick green leaves partially obscuring a bright blue sky. You are no longer in the jungle set, but in the jungle itself. What is this madness? Andre wipes his brow and then, I can't get away from the jungle. It's true. Then jumps as a long snake slithers across his shoes and into the underbrush. Recoiling from the serpent, you look beyond to a serpentine path that leads deeper into the jungle. Someone, or something, retreated away from Lot C and ventured into this other world. Horizon's urinal. The paper you have there is the artifact you have there is Horizon's urinal. It's my Deckard cane. Do you think it's good? We want people to turn into dinosaurs. Yeah, Blanky Cat's right, guys. Based on what you heard, the missing film prop seems to be at the heart of this strange phenomenon. Gather the Forgotten Island encounter set. Discard each enemy from play. Hell yeah. Get out of here, Strand. I'm gonna find her again for sure. Oh, move each investigator to the jungle set and set each other set location aside out of play, discarding tokens and cards at those locations. All right, well, we go here, we get these guys out of play. Whoa. This is the Staff of the Serpent, which was set aside. Put each location in the Forgotten Island encounter set into play. Uh-oh. Place 4 resources on Ruins of the Serpent King as seals. 4 seals. Arf. Put the set-aside Staff of the Serpent story asset there. Into play there. Spawn the double-sided Allosaurus enemy at Jungle River. Well, that sounds bad. That sounds actually terrible. The Forgotten Island. Place? Yay, it worked! I think. Jumanji. Horizon's urinal. Oh, well, glad you found it. Yeah. They're conversations. Oh, does that what he says? That's hilarious. Is that what he says? Ay-yoy. Okay. Let's see. We've put locations into play. Place 4 resources on Ruins of the Serpent King. And then place the set-aside Staff of the Serpent story asset there. There's the Ruins of the Serpent King. We're going to have to look at all this stuff, and then we're taking a moment to draw an encounter card and stuff, too. Spawn the double-sided Allosaurus at the Jungle River. Oh, God. Oh, my God. It's a dinosaur! Hi, Roger Twy. Welcome to Doomed. We're just going... the magic of film has brought us to... sorry, I should have made this joke a lot earlier. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Ba-na-na-na-na. Oh, that's cute, Nomhair. I like that a lot, actually. Add Act 2A and Act 3A to the current Act deck. Ah! It's a good day to be a believer, by the way. Old Lola Hayes made it to Act 2A. Shuffle each remaining card in the Forgotten Island encounter set into the encounter deck, along with the encounter discard pile. So we're going to draw Erica Strand again. Gather cards from these things to make the real deck. I'm going to make sure that works. And then add 2 Elder things to the bag. John Williams is out here putting lyrics in that song? What are you talking about? Dinosaurs, dinosaurs, they are big and they are scary. Oh God. Oh no, you are a mod. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know what the command is though, Nomhair. Yeah, I'll try to. Shame, he says. Okay, so we're adding 2 Elder things to the bag, which are -3s. If you fail and there is a dinosaur at your location, ready at enemy, and it attacks you. Well, we're definitely gonna die. Yeah, that made the bag a lot worse. That's the real deck. Did it add encounter cards? I'm just gonna quickly look to see. Yeah, there's dinosaurs and shit. All right. We reshuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Shuffle the real deck. I don't know what that is. And then we continue playing. Okay. Let's take stock of our map. Yeah, another 0 would have been very nice. Let's take stock of our map, and then we will do mythos. So we'll advance the agenda and draw an encounter card. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually. Setup reminder. Discard each enemy. Gather the investigators at the jungle set. Move space and gothic sets aside. Put the staff into play. This is nice. Add 2 elder things. Shuffle the encounter and real decks. I did. The jungle set is... Oh, I haven't actually revealed it yet, but presumably it will be connected to the Western Ridge because it's here. I guess I should reveal it now because I'm here. The jungle set is a 3-shroud, 1-clue location, which is no longer just a set. It's actually part of the jungle. Forced, after you discover 1 or more clues at this location, test agility 2. If you fail, you must either take a damage or discard an asset you control. Oof. But I would just take the damage because I now have soak. Reveal the top 6 cards of your deck. As an action, choose a revealed item asset and add it to your hand. I don't have that many, so it's probably not a good thing to do. The jungle set leads to the Western Ridge, which then leads north to the Tar Pit, because of dinosaurs, and south to the Jungle River. Oh god, where the Allosaurus reigns. We'll look there. The Jungle River also connects up to the ruins of the Serpent King, and then they connect over here in a diamond shape to the Eastern Ridge. Tar Pit? I hardly knew it. Oh god. Okay. Let's look at our big old scary enemy, the Allosaurus. Actually terrifying. 5 fight, 5 evade. Alert. Hunter. Massive. Retaliate. Cannot be damaged or defeated. Well, good thing Andre Patel gives me an agility, I guess. Oh, but it has alert. Oh, God. Okay, I just have to stay ahead of this thing. After a seal is placed on Allosaurus, if there are 4 seals on it, remove each seal from it and flip it over. And it does 3 damage. Insane. Staff of the Serpent. Sorry, let's look at Ruins of the Serpent King, because it says I cannot enter while it has 1 or more seals on it. So there's got to be a way to get seals off, I guess. Yeah, there weren't... Yeah, the biology of this movie is very confused. The Staff of the Serpent says if it is Act 3. Okay. So there's probably a way to move seals from the Serpent King to the Allosaurus. Let's look at our new agenda, or not our new agenda. An Act 2A, that's what I wanted to say. You have found yourself in an actual tropical jungle. If the staff is behind these strange events, you should find it immediately. Possessed extras gain +1 health, +1 evade, and alert. That sucks. I don't want one of those, please. Free trigger! Investigators at the same jungle location as each other spend a clue. Oh, move a seal from the ruins of the Serpent King to Allosaurus. When the round ends, if each surviving investigator and the staff of the serpent are at jungle set. Advance. Okay. So I need the staff, and I need to go back to the jungle set, which means I have to get to the ruins of the Serpent King where the staff is. But I can't while there's seals on it. The lady lost in the jungle is yeeting seals with a snake stick at a massive dinosaur. Cinema. Bwah. I am not Dug Dug. Okay, 4 clues. Each clue allows me to move a seal onto the Allosaurus, which then flips it over, probably making it scarier, I would assume. But then I can enter the ruins of the Serpent King and get the staff, and then get back to the jungle set. Perfect. She's wearing, like, I don't know. It's like a dress, man. I don't know. It's like a flowy... She's a freaking stage actor. I don't know. I don't know. It's a costume. It's cool. We have a lot of soak. This is good news for when we are inevitably absolutely stomped on by this beast. Okay. 4 clues. Free up the thing. Get in there, grab the staff, get back to the jungle set. All the while running away from dinosaurs. Cinema. Let's do Mythos. We go to 5 out of 5 Doom, which means I advance to Agenda 1B, Call Time. If it is Act 1A, it is not, but only just. Otherwise, your head spins. The world around you doesn't look quite right, although you can't say why exactly. Each investigator tests their lowest skill, 2. Each investigator who fails loses 2 resources and loses an action. Okay, I'd rather not fail. Remember that we made our call time. That sounds good. Making your call time is basically the bare minimum, but it seems good. I am in Survivor, which means I cannot commit anything except these fine clothes. But if I committed the fine clothes, I'd be at 5 to 2. No, I can't. Oh, no, they're all my... Oh, no, okay. Agility is not my lowest stat. So I have to test one of my other things and hope to just, you know, do okay. I can't commit the brand or Eureka. I can't commit fine clothes because I'm not testing agility. My head spins. Let's test willpower. I don't want to, but it is what it is. 3 to 2. Yeah, perfect. So, I lose an action, and I lose 2 resources. Pretty bad news for old Lola Hayes. Old poor La Hayes! Because she's poor, you see. Agenda 2A. Colliding realities. Reality continues to warp and bend. It isn't just one film coming to life. All 3 are blending together in pure chaos. Yes, I agree, actually, Flower. That's really fun. Force. The first time each round, an investigator draws a copy of Bleeding Reality. After resolving its effects, I have to draw the top card of the real deck. Well, let's hope that the only things on top here are really nice. Let's draw an encounter card. Triskaidekaphobia. Is that fear of the number 13? Oh, yeah, because of the 13. Sorry, I should have said 13. Sorry, 1-3 Doom. That's a lot, yeah. Yeah. It is a lot, isn't it? Let's draw an encounter card. I have 2 actions this upcoming turn, and there's a dinosaur on my tail. Creature feature. Test Intellect and Combat 5. If you fail, draw the topmost creature or monster enemy in the encounter discard pile. If you failed and no enemy was drawn by this effect, because there are none in the discard pile currently, take a horror and it gains surge. Well, again, I can't commit anything to this because I'm currently a survivor. That's almost as many actions. The snuffling sound in the ferns and reeds and trees causes Andre and Lola to draw together, and their teeth begin to chatter in fear. What creature is lurking in the darkness? Or perhaps it is just their imaginations. I'm testing book plus combat. I have 6, so I'm going to test 6 to 5. And I'm probably going to take a horror. Oh! Or I just get lucky. So, I did not fail. So I do not take any horror, and it does not gain surge, which means nothing happens. Yeah, I want those actions too! My turn begins. I must switch my role. I will switch it to Seeker. The plan here is to get a clue. Oh boy. Am I going to draw a card? No, hang on. No, we're switching... Frack. We're switching... No, I don't have any money. I can't play anything. Okay, let's save. Yeah. Invest. What do you mean invest? I mean, oh, if I do, like if I don't move, kind of thing. Investigate. Well, there's probably clues elsewhere, right? There's probably clues elsewhere in the world. Because I could just move twice and then start kiting this thing around. Ideally. Let's take a short break, my friends. So far, Lola Hayes has been very unlucky, getting assaulted by the vampiric Ericus Strand, I think. But then she found a security guard. She found a memento from her former life. She found Andre. She's got friends. She's got a lot of spunk and a lot of gumption. Let's see if she can avoid some dinosaurs. I'll leave you with some music, spooky music, and we will be right back on Doomed in just a couple of minutes. Guardian. I could commit Tetsuo for a intellect icon. I can't commit... I don't want to commit Eureka and Inquiring Mind. If I switch to... Okay, if I improvise into Seeker, then I'm not going to play anything, which feels kind of bad. So I want to evade. I want to investigate. And if I happen to succeed by 2 or more, I can take an action as if it were my turn. Let me think about this for a second. So I'll be committing fine clothes to the evasion. Am I committing improvisation? No, that's crazy. You're talking crazy, Scott. He's lost his mind. Do I just let it defeat Tetsuo? Also insane. I think we just try to evade. And then we move. No, I'm just really slowing down. Because I could also play the brand, which is not crazy. So then I could defeat the guy, but I still have to get out of there. So it would be play, fight, use Andre as long as I can commit cards, which I can't. Okay, so that's a bad one. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's it, Flower. And I'm pretty sure the answer to that is no. I have some other cards that would be nice to play. Like, a couple. Yeah. I think I do that. Because Andre exhausts, so it's only happening once. But I think we need to do this. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Well, okay, so I'm at 4-2 evading the possessed extra. Because I could... Yeah, I could... The problem... Okay, the big problem here is... I want to evade the guy, I want to get a clue, and I want to move. I only have 2 actions. Now let's talk strat. In order to do all that, I need to fire Andre. like, not fire him, but, like, let him fire. Which means I have to succeed by 2 or more. No, I have to succeed in which 2 or more cards are committed. In terms of committing cards, I'm currently in Guardian, so I could commit Tetsuo and, say, Improvisation on the investigation test. If I evade first, I could commit Fine Clothes and Improvisation. That feels like a waste. I could improvise and switch to Seeker, and then I would have Eureka and Fine Clothes, but then I'm probably not playing a card. Unless... No, because then I would be in Seeker, so I'm not going to be playing a card. I don't have any Seeker cards to play. Yeah, I think I'm committing the Improv, because I don't think I have much to play. So I think we're committing the Improvisation. So we're going to evade this guy. We're going to try to improvise our way out of this, basically. We're going to try to get away from the Possessed Extra. I'm going to commit a Fine Clothes and an Improvisation. 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. Okay, it's a good thing I committed. Here's the curse and the -2. I said 7 to 2, right? Yep, I was 5 up. So I still pass. I committed 2 cards. Andre says, take an action as if it were your turn. Which means I will investigate. And then I will move. Yeah, that's the plan. And I'm going to investigate here because I'm at 3. If I commit Tetsuo, I'll be 3 up. So I will commit Tetsuo because I'm still in Guardian. 4 to 1. Okay. Good. Another auto fail, and then we will move. It's a little scary now, honestly. Yeah, Ouch is right. Man, so many things committed to this, and nothing is happening. All right. Basically, the tar pit holds no information for Lola or the crew as to where to go and how to proceed. It holds only this scary man and suddenly, also a dinosaur. They rush back up to the Western Ridge. Are you winning, son? No, Blanky Cat. I have drawn 3 tentacles and no elder signs. I am not yet winning. In the enemy phase, the Allosaurus hunts up to the tar pit. I'm going to try to go down to the Jungle River, and we're going to try to kite everybody around here. I guess. I don't freaking know. Yeesh. Then we upkeep, drawing a Prophesy, which is a wild icon, and it gains wild if there's 6 or more Doom in play. Sorry, 3 and then 6 Doom in play, which is good. That's a lot of wild icons late in the game. Let's go to Mythos. We're back on the Western Ridge. Lola gasping for breath as she looks back out. I'm not hoping all of it, Flower, because I played a lot of Soak, but I can't actually do anything. Another Possessed Extra? Are you kidding me? Okay. A hand grasps the edge of the ridge, and pulling herself up is another woman who is clearly an extra on set. Maybe she was doing makeup or hair as well, but has been sort of recruited to being an extra. She wears sort of like a headdress of feathers. Perhaps she is supposed to be sort of like an indigenous person in this film. Who knows? Tetsuo takes a step back as she throws her head back and laughs. It really is Nomhair. I'm doing a lot of yapping, that's for sure. It's my turn, which means I go back to Seeker. Seeker, I barely... Now, I'm at 4 to 2. I don't really want to commit Eureka and Inquiring Mind to this. She was cast as a jungle flapper. Okay, Blanky Cat. You'll be able to see the grand finale of this on YouTube, I'm sure. I need to play my brand eventually as well. Yeah. What are you doing though, Crosshair or Nomhair? Sorry. Are you doing your dailies? Let me know in the chat. Okay. I am in Seeker. I need to evade. I need to evade. And then I need to investigate and get a clue, which is probably what I'll commit cards to. Oh, just okay, I see. Okay, no, that's valid. I could also just not evade this guy and just stack damage on, like, Tetsuo or the Precious Memento. Yeah, maybe that's the play. I'm going to investigate, and I take an attack of opportunity and put it on the Precious Memento. I think we're just going to try to get some action going here. Some action economy. I'm at 3 intellect versus the 2 shroud of this location. I do not know how I'm going to get further clues. No, I need my flashlight back. So I'm going to put the damage on Tetsuo. Yeah. I'm going to investigate, taking an attack of opportunity on Tetsuo. She's going to let the security guard tangle with this extra while she tries to map a path down the slope on the other side. 3-2, 4-2 with Eureka, 5-6-7 with Inquiring Mind. Success. Couple things happen. I succeeded, and I succeeded with Eureka. So I'll search 3 cards for a card. Perception. And then Andre lets me take an action, which doesn't count towards the number of actions I can take on my turn. So we are going to just attempt to evade normally, 4-2. I got the clue. Sorry, I got the clue here. 4-2. An Elder Sign! Okay, evade the possessed extra. Suddenly things are starting to look up. And I may switch roles. I will switch roles to Mystic. Okay. I have 2 actions left. Play the brand, move. I'm going to move first, and then I'm going to play the brand, hopefully. Because I need a fight option here. Woof. Lola quickly sort of charts a path down the mountainside as she rushes off, leaving Tetsuo. Well, Tetsuo kind of manages to shove this other extra back, and then takes off after them. The river rushes through the jungle, churning white water, breaking on large black rocks and gnarled tree roots. The scene would feel tranquil were it not for the danger lurking in the shadows of the trees. 4 shroud and a clue. Forced. When you leave this location, test agility 2. If you fail, you must either take a direct damage or discard a weapon or clothing asset you control. Well, that sucks. Ugh! Direct! No, my fine clothes! Okay, we're here. Last action, I'm going to play the brand. For $2, I'm in Mystic, I'm allowed to do that, and now I have a fight option on the table as well. It's not the best fight option, but it'll help deal with these possessed extras. Lola stops for a breather at the edge of a rushing river, tipping her hand into the water and pulling up the cool, liquid life itself. She takes a sip and feels herself empowered in a way that she does not understand. Now. It is the end of the investigation phase. Is it a free trigger? Yeah, I'm going to move a seal from the serpent to the Allosaurus. Huh? I know, Flower, I know. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. Fine Clothes is great if you're playing blind, because there's usually a parlay scenario, but haven't seen one yet. So I'll say this. Originally, my plan for Lola was leveled up flashlight, leveled up cleaning kit, and a gun. I think the leveled up bulldog, so that I could kind of make that happen. And also Fine Clothes, Vamp 3, other parlay. Have you tried talking to the dino? Well, no. I ain't no Alessandra, though. I don't know its language. Okay. Enemy phase. The Allosaurus hunts. The problem with Jungle River is that when I leave... Oh, it's agility. It's agility 2. If I fail, I take a direct damage. Okay, well, I don't want to have to go back and forth here, but I do need this clue. Let us have the Allosaurus hunt to the western ridge, and this possessed extra will ready. In the upkeep phase, where I draw a card and gain a resource. It's improvisation. Okay. We go to 3 out of 13 Doom. Reality continues to collide. I don't think I'm going to have a ton of time left. I need to get 4 clues, 3 more clues, to open up the Staff of the Serpent as quickly as we can. But first we must draw an encounter card. Here at the river's edge, Lola feels empowered, but... The creature moves rapidly and without a sound. This is no puppet from a film. This is a real predator. Coming out of the... leaping out of the woods at Lola. Ah! She screams. A dromaeosaurus. She doesn't know the name for this. It's a dinosaur. It's a clear creature. Razor-sharp claws. Razor-sharp teeth. And a look in its eye that says, I will kill you. Elusive Hunter. After Dromaeosaurus engages you, you must either choose and discard a card from your hand, or it attacks me. Reminder on the rules for Elusive, because I'm about to do something that's going to seem weird. Elusive. If a ready enemy with Elusive attacks, or is attacked, after that attack resolves, the enemy immediately disengages, moves to a connecting location, and exhausts. Tetsuo. No! He throws out his hand. Lola, no! Miss Hayes! No! He steps in front, and then the creature is upon him. I know this is crazy, but, like, just trust. Well, you don't have to trust. I know I'm being insane right now. I'm putting another damage on Tetsuo, which kills him. When Tetsuo is defeated, choose an investigator. I search my discard pile or the top 9 cards of my deck for an item and add it to my hand. I'm going to take back my flashlight. Or rather, Tetsuo's flashlight. No, not the Dromaeosaurus! And he gets absolutely torn and shredded. Now, because it has elusive, it will move to a connecting location and exhaust. Okay. I got that flashlight. I'm still scared, guys. I'm still very scared. Okay. That was the mythos phase. The Dromaeosaurus ate Tetsuo Mori. Obviously, that's our good friend, lawyer in the toilet hut. Especially not when they're at the exit to the map, Crosshair. I'm sure that won't go poorly for me at all. That was Mythos. Investigation phase begins. I must switch my role. I will switch to Guardian. Then... oh, time to write in my journal. Journal? Can I say journal? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, well, we've still got Andre. And we've still got this precious memento from a former life, which is like, maybe it's a piece of the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs? I don't know, guys, okay? I don't know. Point is, Lola Hayes' past life was some sort of explorer. What if her past life was Lily Chen? The killer of Yig? Who knows? We need clues, and then we need to move to the Eastern Ridge. Pretty straightforward. That's the game plan. Yeah, that's the game plan. If I commit perception and improvisation... they were alive at the same time. Well, I mean... oh, right. You're right, Flower. Well, didn't they kind of maybe go back in time to defeat Yig as well? We don't know. We don't know what happened under the earth. All right. My first action is going to be to investigate the jungle river. Now that Tetsuo's been dragged off into the fucking jungle, into the tree line, Lola lets out one of her signature screams and dashes across the river. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to commit... I have 3 intellect. I'm going to commit perception and improvisation, which takes me up to 7 to 4. Phew. That was actually too close. Okay. Perception draws me a card. I get the clue. And Andre gives me an action. I'm going to also spend the clue immediately, which I'm doing only because I'm worried there's something that's going to, like, drop clues or whatever. So we are slowly unsealing the ruins of the Serpent King, although how, I do not know. My action is going to be to move up to the eastern ridge. The ridge at the far end of the valley rises sharply into the air, providing a high perch from which to view the dense jungle below. When you leave this location, test agility 2. I'm just going to test it. I'm going to take it on the chin. Frack. I fail, but there's no dinosaur enemy at my location, so I have to take a direct damage. You don't like direct. That's okay. I don't have a weapon or a clothing asset, so... Eastern Ridge says, when you attempt to fight an enemy at Eastern Ridge, spend 3 resources. Gets -2 fight. Well, bad. 3 shroud, 1 clue. Okay. Oh, skulls are also -3 now, aren't they? Yeah. What a shit bag. It's fine. 3 up. Okay. I still have 2 actions left. Take a resource, play the flashlight, probably. Because otherwise I'm just going 3 to 3 on this test, and that feels kind of bad. Take a resource, spend the resources to play flashlight. Lola stands on the edge of this eastern ridge and realizes the world is vast, and she knows this, but there is no indicator of where they are in the world, in time. I mean, if there are dinosaurs, presumably they've somehow gone back in time, or is it that the magic of the Staff of the Serpent has simply conjured up this make-believe fantasy world? We don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong, Flower. I'm just kind of mad because I'm playing Lola, who's never going to be 3 up on anything. Okay. In the enemy phase, Hunter's Hunt, I'm going to send the Allosaurus down to the Jungle River. Yep. And then upkeep readies the Dromaeosaurus and gives me a Crisis of Identity. Guardian. Discard a card in your hand or play area of your current role. Well, that is the brand. Now, why, Lola? Why is your Crisis of Identity making you get rid of... You know what? This actually does make a lot of sense to me. She felt empowered by the waters of the river and empowered in the knowledge that this is a magical place out of time, out of space. She can do anything here. And then seeing the Dromaeosaurus eat her new friend, security guard Tetsuo Mori, it just brings that completely crashing down. She's having a crisis of identity, to be sure, but also of confidence. There's no way that she can do this. So I lose the brand. Disaster City. Then, discard the top card of your deck. Switch your role to Mystic. I lose a promise of power. That was upkeep. So actually, I just lost everything. That's okay. We got a 4 out of 13 Doom. We've got horrible creatures and monsters coming. I've got plans, and I have nothing that I can do with them. Break a leg. Test Agility 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 damage or choose and discard a non-story item asset you control. Well, I'm not doing that. Yeah. I could commit Prophecy, because it gains 2 wild. It has 2 wilds on it. Yeah, well, yeah, agreed, Flower. It's basically, it's an unexpected courage right now, but I think we just suck up the fact that I might have to take some damage here. May take that damage! Okay, Lola, having seen the security guard getting eaten by a dinosaur, is feeling shaken in her belief to survive. And as she turns, the ridge falls away beneath her, and she starts to fall. Can Andre catch her? Let's test 4 to 3. Huh. The actor faster than lightning, reaches his hand down and grabs Lola, pulls her back up. You know, Miss Hayes, you better watch your step. Wouldn't want you breaking a leg. Ha ha, he says. The joke was already on the card, but I just decided to make it a bit. Okay. We're back around to the investigation phase, which means I must switch my role. I'm going to switch it to Guardian. I have to get away from the Allosaurus. I might just go and try to punch the possessed extra a couple of times. And then I have a Dromaeosaurus hunting in, which is, like, not good either. I'm going to have to keep away from the Allosaurus. Okay. The flashlight lets me test 3-1, which is okay, but it would be better if I had another card in hand. So I think instead, back Sue Mori. Hi, Nom Hair. Welcome back, Sue. We've got possessed extras and dinosaurs everywhere. I think I'm going to avoid this clue for now. I'm going to try to get into the tar pit and fight the possessed extra. I'd be 3-1 just punching it. Doesn't feel great. Man, this sucks. Oh, he's losing steam, everybody. He is losing steam in this situation. They are 2 health. Tragically, Flower, I will show you the act, which says possessed extras get +1 health, +1 evade, and gain alert. So I'd be 3-1 punchin', because I lost my brand, which sucks. My brand! Okay, let's see. I could try to get the clue. I could move in and punch. No, I should move in and punch twice. Try to get rid of this guy, because then a Dromaeosaurus is coming in anyway. Oh my god. What a goddamn disaster. This is a nightmare. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Oh, buddy. Okay. Because I can take some damage because of the precious memento. Yeah, we got to start clearing some enemies from the board. So we're going to move in. That's what we're going to do. We're going to move in back to the tar pit, which is insane. I know. And I really need clues, but at least there's a slightly better chance of getting clues here if I can take out these extras. Action 2 will be punch. I'm at 3-1. I can't commit anything. I won't commit anything. We're just going to try punching this guy, basically. And then, if I must, I could evade as well. But I think we just punch. Lola is ready for this guy when he reemerges from the swamp. She's going to try to push him back under the bubbling surface of the tar pit and drown him, which seems awful, but that's what we're going to try to do. 3-1. Yeah. They don't have retaliate, so that's okay. Let's go again. We're going to try to weaken these guys. Dromaeosaurus is going to, like... Oh, after it engages you. Oh, that's interesting. So the Dromaeosaurus, after it engages you... So if it were to hunt onto me... I'm just thinking about this logically here. If it were to hunt onto me, if I chose the first option for forced, then it would still attack me because it's hunting, which means it would then elusive away anyway. So I'll just do that. That's fine. Let's punch again. I have 3 combat. 3-1. Yeah, take a damage. Lola's holding the guy under the tar pit, and he struggles to breathe. This is awful, but they are clearly possessed. She's hoping maybe not to drown him, but maybe just to, like, force him out of his reverie, his stupor. In the enemy phase, Hunter's Hunt. We're going to have the Allosaurus hunt up to the western ridge and have the Dromaeosaurus hunt in. It engages me, so it will attack me, which puts a damage on the precious memento, and then it disengages, moves back to the western ridge, and exhausts. The possessed extra also attacks me, which puts a damage on precious memento. Yeah. I know. Isn't that awful? And then we go to upkeep. where I draw a predator or prey. Oh god, oh god. Okay, hang on. This is a dilemma that says, and it's a dilemma, which means it's a revelation effect. It gets played regardless of the role I'm in. Each unengaged enemy moves once towards the nearest investigator. Oh, it's the end of my turn. Thank you, Flower. I forgot, so I'll have to take. I'll take that test momentarily. In fact, I'll take it now because I will be taking the second option on Predator or Prey, which is I disengage from the enemies engaged with them and move once away from the nearest enemy. So I'll be moving back to the Eastern Ridge. Oh my god. So I'm taking the combat test on Tar Pit. I'm not committing to this, so I will be taking a direct horror, 3-2. If you fail and there is a dinosaur at my location. There wasn't a dinosaur at my location, so I take a direct horror. Then, in upkeep, I drew Predator or Prey. I am the prey. So I will disengage from each enemy engaged with me and move once away. So this is a free move back to Eastern Ridge. What's nice about this is... Oh, it's not nice, actually. Because now I'm going to get the Dromaeosaurus and the Allosaurus separated. That's bad, actually. It's very bad. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna move into the Western Ridge. That's crazy. We go to 5 out of 13 Doom. We are still looking for a couple more clues so that we can unseal the Staff of the Serpent. But first I must draw an encounter card. Bleeding Reality. Test Intellect X. X is one more than the current agenda number. So, Book 3. For each point you fail by, discard a card at random from your hand. Well, oh, I'm not even in Mystic. And I can't commit Guts, so I have to commit... It did. That's correct, Flower. After resolving its effects, I draw the top card of the real deck, because you see, as Lola races back away to the safety of the Eastern Ridge, the relative safety of the Eastern Ridge, reality begins to slip and slide and bleed into each other as something emerges from the jungle. We'll find out what that is momentarily. I have 3 intellect. I'm testing against 3 books. I didn't fail. Incredible. So I discard no cards at random from my hand, but I must draw the top card of the real deck. Oh god. It's a Vampire Thrall. You have such a beautiful neck. This is, I guess... Oh no. Why are there so many enemies? What an absolutely horrible, absolute... Oh, I drew a Elder Sign sometime before. What a horrid scenario. I mean, it's a standalone, I guess. You're expected to not play them in solo, I guess. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Get back to the kitchen, Vlad. Get me out of here. I mean, this sucks. this just straight sucks. Okay. Okay, I drew the top card of the real deck. It's a vampire. Yeah, right, of course, yeah. So, investigation phase. I'm going to switch to Rogue, because I don't think I'll be committing the Prophesy yet. My plan is evade, investigate, maybe even heal a damage from the Precious Memento, and then stay here. Wait, when did the Dromaeosaurus... Oh, no, it readied. It attacked during the enemy phase, so it went back, and then it readied. Okay, so they are both going to hunt, and then I can get out of here. That's good. Yeah, so we're going to investigate a couple of times, and then stay at the Eastern Ridge to... I mean, I don't want to have to do this, but I am going to do this. We're going to evade at 4-2. It's an elusive hunter. I could also just have it attack me and then it would run away. Because it's elusive. Maybe that's the plan, actually. I've taken so much damage. So crazy. But I don't... No, that's fine, because then all of the enemies will gather at Jungle River. And then I continue to kite them around. Ideally. I don't want to take more damage, but I think I have to take more damage. So we are going to investigate my location. With the flashlight, I take an attack of opportunity. The vampire thrall attacks. It tries to drag Andre off into the jungle. But then because it's elusive, it will leave my location and exhaust, and I'll throw it down here at the Jungle River. I really hope I get a weapon at some point, some sort of way of dealing damage. That'd be nice. I'm investigating at 3, 2, 1. Shroud. Shouldn't have spent a thing. I fail, but not by 2 or more. So I don't get the clue. And I have to stay here. So we... Vampires can't cross running water! Perfect, so if I go around the other side... So I think we just try to investigate normally. 3 to 3. Now I failed by 2 or more, so I will exhaust the precious memento and heal a damage from it. Which is good. We're getting some of our soak back. Then last action, I need to stay here. So I think we investigate again, and we spend a flashlight charge, and I'll be 2 up. No, that's terrible. Yeah, we go 3 to 3 again. No, this is such a waste of time. What are my weaknesses? I think we draw a card, actually. Draw a card. Ah, captivating performance. That card I built the whole deck around. The card I wanted to play turn 1 that I will never play now. Good. Okay. All right. This is the end of the investigation phase. In the enemy phase, the Allosaurus hunts. The Dromaeosaurus hunts. The Vampire Thrall readies an upkeep. They're all at the Jungle River. They're all trying to get me. We'll get out of here. And I will upkeep into a hot streak. Now that I'm no longer going to be in Rogue. Pretty nice. Unless I get a card in Mythos that I can succeed at, so a willpower test, and then I would play the hot streak. This is it. Yeah, basically. No, I'm here. Oh, God. Okay. 6 out of 13 Doom. I do not have enough time. Let's draw a willpower test, please. Fuck off! Oh, no! Oh, God, look who it is. Okay. The Eastern Ridge, first of all, it's correct, Flower. The Eastern Ridge is not a safe place for us mortals. I'm going to go to Mystic. When my turn begins. Screaming out of the jungle, Erica Strand. Erica Strand steps out of the jungle and points some sort of, I don't know, conductor's baton, stick. Is that a wand? She points it at Lola Hayes. You have meddled more than enough, child. I will merge the timelines. I will destroy you. And we're here. I've switched to Mystic. Yeah, so Erica says, when the enemy phase begins, if she's ready, reveal a random token from the Chaos Bag. If it's a symbol, a bad stuff symbol, ready each other possessed enemy, and they gain Hunter until the end of the round. Not great. Not great. Man, what I wouldn't give for a Dynamite Blast. Am I right, ladies? Sorry. Am I right, people? I'm okay to make that kind of joke at anyone, of any gender expression. You better believe I didn't, Crosshair. You'd better believe I didn't. Okay. Evade. Right? Evade. Using a flashlight charge. Again. Classic. The flashlight comes up. She hisses again. Mia, please. People of any gender expression can get a dynamite blast from old me. Lady and not lady. What? No, Flower, not at all. It would blow up the Dromaeosaurus and the Vampire Thrall, which are 2 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies on the board. Evade, 4 to 0, because I've dropped the difficulty by 2. A success. We evade Erica, Strand. We move to the tar pit. We take the possessed extra. We fight the possessed extra. Lady-esque, lady-ish, and bog monster. Well, Mia Sand, hang on, Mia Sand, is that you in the tar pit? Is that lady-esque person in the tar pit? Mia Sand? Mia Sand from Twitch? We're going to fight the possessed extra. We must clear some of these guys from the board. I will commit so I'm at 3 to 1. I will commit a captivating performance for a wild icon. I will commit a prophesy for far too many wild icons. I should actually know how many I have. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 1. Success. The tar pit is my Patronus. All right. Lola can see the creature coming for her once more. She manages to clock the extra on the side of the head, and he slumps down onto the ground, shakes his head. What happened? Where am I? We defeated him. I exhaust Andre to take an action as if it were my turn. I think the action will be investigating the tar pit, because I could also get out of here, but I think we investigate. I am investigating at 3 to 1. Holy crap, a clue. I will immediately spend that clue to unseal the ruins of the serpent, which Lola's not doing that herself. She's just like doing things and trying to survive, and somehow that is unsealing the ruins of the Serpent King. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how that's working momentarily. Okay, enemy phase. Erica is not ready, so her ability doesn't fire. Hunter's Hunt. I'm going to have everyone go east. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, and then at the end of my turn, I have to test combat 2. I think I'm taking a direct horror. Yep. Man, I wish Precious Memento could soak. No, it'd be too good if it could soak direct. That would be too good. Cool. Help. Help. Upkeep readies Erica Strand. I know, it's just not going to happen. We go to 7 out of 13 Doom. If I can unseal the serpent thing, I'll be thrilled. Another possessed extra. Glut your soul on my accursed ugliness. That's not Mia Sand, by the way. I want to be clear. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should ask. Mia, would you say feast your eyes, glut your soul on my accursed ugliness? I don't have to, Flower. Erica Strand was not ready. But she is now, and I drew another possessed extra. Oh, did I upkeep? I didn't upkeep. What the hell? What? I didn't upkeep. I'll do that now. Another flashlight. Well, that's lovely. Yes, they do, which means this one says, your record as a hunter of big game will add weight to your testimony if we return. Blake would say that. Blake had a flair for the dramatic, which we all loved very much. I gotta wrap up this scenario pretty soon, guys, as well, because, of course, it is Drew Crew in about an hour and a half. Okay. We have another possessed extra on our hands. Not good. Let us swap back to Rogue. Maybe I'll play this hot streak. That'd be nice. Don't really need the money anymore, do I? Don't really need the money. Okay. So. I do want to slap another flashlight down. Okay. We have to get out of the tar pit. Because we've got a massive number of enemies on our hands. I could try to evade the possessed extra, but I may as well try to punch it. If I punch it twice and then move... Sorry, punch it twice, investigate, and then commit... I'm not committing 2 cards to this. Are you kidding me? Oh, gosh, Aruni. Oh, okay. The people, the swamp people, are crawling out of the tar pit one by one. Lola takes another step back and lets out another scream. There is nowhere to run. There is nowhere to hide. The creatures, dinosaurs, witches, vampires, all are stalking her, trying to force her from this location, force her from this place. We need clues. We need to get out of here. Do I want to double action, try to kill this guy? No, because I don't have enough. So I will evade at 4-2. And I will commit? Feels bad, man. Oh my gosh. I don't have nearly enough cards to draw here. I feel that, Mia. I feel that. Okay, hang on. Evade, clue, move. Absolutely massive flower. Now, thankfully, I have a level 4 brand in my deck. But will I see it? Probably not. And then I have a possessed extra, but he'll just punch me. It's fine. Yeah. Evade, clue, move, and then hopefully I get to play another flashlight at some point. And then if I have the clue, I can dash into the ruins of the Serpent King, and hopefully everyone kind of comes back and whatever. That's the plan. Okay, it's a good plan. Sorry, it's not a bad plan. We go flashlight charge to investigate. No, to evade. 4-0. It's a blah. Okay. Next, we investigate the tar pit. 3-1. I will commit the hot streak. I don't want to commit the flashlight. I'll just commit the hot streak. I'm at 4-1. Can I retcon that? No, I knew what the problem was there. Okay. I have to leave. No retcons. No takebacks. LARP Season 2. That was a decade ago. I am far past my prime. But in my prime for Doomed. If I stay here and get a clue, obviously I will then get mobbed by 3 enemies. Maybe 4, because Erica might make things hunt. So instead, I must leave. And I am engaged with this possessed extra. It's a good point, nombre. Which I read as nombre for a second there. Eh, nombre! I don't know. Okay, alright. Let's overwrite this. Enemy phase. Wait. Hang on, did I fail? Wait. What was my last thing? What did I just do? Oh, I was investigating a 1 shroud location. So I did not fail by 2 or no. Nombre is that's your Spanish name, exactly. Enemy phase. When the enemy phase begins, reveal a random token from the chaos bag. It is not a symbol. Then, hunters hunt. 1, 2, 3. They're all in the tar pit. Then, enemies attack. I will take a damage from this possessed extra, and I'll put it on the precious memento from a former life. And then I will upkeep. Huh. Predator or Prey says, each unengaged enemy moves once towards me, which would be bad. Tar pit. I know. Oh. Yeah, I want to call it tarpet too. Tarpeting. Tarpeter. Each investigator disengages from each enemy engaged with them and moves once away from the nearest enemy. Well, that's very bad. Or I could go back to the jungle set. Are you engaged? Yes. There is a possessed extra at this location. Because, yeah, once away could be in any direction, right? So I'm not gonna get swarmed by enemies because I don't have a way of evading. So I will move to the jungle set instead as the thing that happens in upkeep. Mythos phase. We go to 8 out of 13 Doom. I think Lola's going to be lost to the jungle, but we're going to see. We're going to try our best. We go to upkeep. We Mythos phase. Unexpected transformation. Test willpower X. X is the highest resource cost among non-story assets you control. Andre is a story asset, so 3. If you fail, you must either discard that asset or take a horror for each... Ooh! Take a horror for each will and intellect skill icon on that asset, and 1 damage for each combat and agility icon on that asset. Now, the reason this sucks is because there is 2 wild icons on Precious Memento. Am I interpreting this correctly? Because wilds count as everything, would that be 4 damage and 4 horror? Why not? They must flower. Or do they only count for the purposes of... That does sound right. So I would what? Take... Well, okay, so I would have to then discard it, right? Because I would be taking 0 damage and horror. I can't choose that option. I mean, sorry. I can choose that option, but it doesn't change the game state. Anyway, I'm just going to pass the test, he said, haughtily. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'm discarding my Precious Memento if it unexpectedly transforms into a snake, I guess it's changing the way that I see it in my head. Is that true? Game. Why? I'm looking up committing cards. Like, I'm sure it is, right? It can't, yeah. Blubbity bloop. Oh, man. Wilds, you bastard. Tell me about wilds. Yeah. For the purposes of card abilities. Card abilities. Card abilities. This is a card, and it's an ability. Anyway, we're gonna just... We're testing willpower, and I'm committing a guts. I'm getting 5 to 3. It doesn't matter, because it's transforming into a snake anyway. 5 to 3, look out! Oh, God. If you fail, you must either discard that asset, or take... Well, okay, hang on. I could take... No, I can't. I can't take 4 damage. Okay, I'm discarding the Precious Memento. Goodbye. My memento! Like, I'm not taking that much damage on horror. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. I need the clue. Then I need to go back to the Western Ridge. And I need to not get mobbed by a... Fucking hell. Right, okay. Oh, good question. 2. So I could heal a damage from it. Oh! No, this is essentially the same, right? So I would... Hang on. I see what you're saying, Flower. So I would be here, because it had 2 damage on it. I would heal 1. Then I could put a damage and 2 horror on it, and then I would still have to put 2 more horror, so it would look like this. That feels bad. Yeah, but it was also then I'd have to take 4 damage, right? Hang on, actually, sorry. We should be looking at the card. Where is it? Come here. See, the way I interpret this is I have to take a horror for each willpower and intellect skill icon on that asset. Why not, though? Because it should, right? They do. They count as any and all. Okay, no, actually, you know what? This thing doing 4 damage and 4 horror is crazy town. So let's back that ass up. Oh, I see. Okay, I like that a lot then. Let's do that. So I'll put a damage on it and 2 horror. Actually, I'll put 1 horror on Andre, because he's not long for this world either. Okay, I like it. I see. See, I was taking it to mean it matches all of them. But then that's crazy, because then that's 4 damage and 4 horror, which is too much. Okay, cool. Thank you all very much. The memento transforms into a snake. Just for us. You were a snake for a second. Ah! Lola drops the thing and runs away. Then she goes back to it. What are all of these? She tries to think briefly, although her mind is racing. What is all of this trying to tell her? What are all of these? Yeah, what are all of these, like... And, like... Well, I mean, correct, Flower. Well, hang on. So my plan is get the clue, move back in, continue moving to the Jungle River, take an attack from the possessed extra, and then take another one in the enemy phase. That's the plan. That's the plan. And I think we have to do that. So Lola quiets her mind just long enough to think, what is it that I've been trying to be told by all of these? Oh god, no. That was the mythos phase. I drew that in the mythos phase. Ever since I arrived here, all of the signs point towards my former life being somehow involved with this place. Perhaps her former life was as a creature? A sorceress, maybe, that worked here? Who knows? Get the clue, move twice, avoid all the enemies, but take a bunch of damage from one enemy. That's the plan. So, we have to get the clue. I have to change my role, which I will do. Change it to Seeker. Investigate this location. I have 3 intellect. I'm going to make it 1 shroud. 3 to 1. I'm going to commit flashlight. 4 to 1. Cool. We get the clue. Get the clue. I am not going to unseal the location yet, because I don't know what happens when the Allosaurus is also unsealed. Maybe it's good. We move into the Western Ridge. And then we move down. We take an attack of opportunity. Ouch. We put it on the precious memento from a former life. Then I will free trigger, spend the last clue. Unseal the ruins of the Serpent King. She understands now. She has flashes of this. Why are all of these strange creatures from various places hunting her? What is it that she has done? And then suddenly she has a flash of herself standing atop this strange kind of like pyramid, decked out in ornate high priestess garb, holding the staff of the serpent. She was the high priestess of the serpent, not just a role she played once, the person she used to be. That was my attack of opportunity. Right? Move, yeah. Then, if there are 4 seals on the Allosaurus, we remove all the seals from it and flip it over. Let's see how much scarier the Allosaurus is on the other side! Rampaging Predator. Alert, Hunter, Massive, Retaliate. 5, 6, 5, but it has +2 health, so it's a 5, 8, 5. After Allosaurus enters your location, you must either take a direct damage and a direct horror, or it eats one of your allies. Yay! Yeah, sounds about right. In the enemy phase, I draw a token for Erica Strand, who is still trying to command the possessed extras. It is not a symbol. Hunter's Hunt. I'm going to have the Allosaurus and the Dromaeosaurus and the Vampire Thrall all go meet back up with Erica Strand. I take another damage from the possessed extra. I put it on me. Upkeep gives me a single card. It is a lockpick, which does nothing for me out here. I don't know, Nomhair. I don't know why. It's a weird thing. We go to 9 out of 13 Doom. At least I can get to the ruins of the Serpent King, where Lola's former life as a high priestess took place. We draw an encounter card. Found footage. Test willpower X. X is equal to my location's shroud value, which is 4. Well, I can't commit anything, so I'm testing 3 to 4, and if I fail, take 2 horror. I like found footage as a term here. That's really cute. Really horrible art, though. Like, scary, I mean. I'm testing 3 to 4. If I fail, I take 2 horror. Well, shit. I will swap to Survivor, because it doesn't matter, because I'll be switching roles when my turn begins. I pass. I don't take the horror. Absolutely hacked. Caked up. All right. Investigation phase. I will swap to Rogue, so I can commit the lockpicks. Okay. I have a single copy of Act of Desperation, which I can use to throw the flashlight at someone, but, like, that doesn't really help here. All right. What's the plan? Move into the ruins of the Serpent King. Grab the staff. Evade the guy. Fuck, I need so many moves. Move, move, move. I need 3 moves. Because otherwise everyone is hunting down to the Jungle River. Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. Can I do that, though? Ah! Thank you, Nomhair. That makes sense to me. Can I survive 3 attacks? Technically, Andre Patel, the Precious Memento, 1 on me, 1 in the enemy phase. I'm still alive. How much do you want to bet I can't, though, Flower? Like, it's going to be at least an action, right? Oh my god. I've soaked so much damage. Okay, hear me out. No, it's the same problem. Move up to the Western Ridge, evade, wait, have them all go that way, and then move down, evade, move down, move down. No, there's no time. There's no time for this shit. Can I survive? Yeah, that's correct, Flower. It's to when the round ends. Let's move to start. Maybe I'll get a free action. Who knows? If I had more cards to commit, I could probably do that. I'm going to put the damage on me to start. I want to at least see what the ruins of the Serpent King are. The spiraling path up the green hillside leads to the ruins at the very top. The site seems to hum with supernatural energy and an unseen barrier to turn back unwanted visitors. 4 shroud, 2 clue. Why are clues? Why are there no clues? It's weird. Choose an enemy at Ruins of the Serpent King and spend X clues where X is that enemy's fight value. Exhaust that enemy. Well, that's nice. Spend X clues. Unbelievable. Action. You attempt to wrest the staff from the altar. Test willpower plus combat 6. If you succeed, take control of the staff of the serpent. Well, not only is it not free, it's an action, and it's a big test that I can't pass. Just draw well. Yeah. Just draw well. I like that the Staff of the Serpent, it has an action on it. If it's Act 3, you fight with it, and then if it defeats an enemy, it, like, breaks, so you have to kill things with the Staff of the Serpent to destroy it. Very cool. Okay. I have to evade the possessed extra. And then I have to accept the fact... Yeah. 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 Nom hair. Great question. We're at 9. So I have the rest of this round, and then 1, 2, 3. Because, like, I need to pass the test, and then I need to move a bunch. Everyone here is going to be going to the jungle ruin, the river. I'm not here to say, oh, I'm not making it or whatever. I am here to say we're almost out of time for the stream, so I'm going to continue to play. Oh, frack, sorry. I missed that. Oh, okay, I have to, sorry, I should have tested, because I moved in. 4 to 2. No. So I'm taking a direct damage from the river, which then means I probably would have put the damage on the memento instead. Cool. Sorry. I keep doing this. It was at 2.
I love
Oh! Right away, Mr. Butt. Sorry. What did I just do? I just tested agility 2, and I failed by 1. So, I can't heal 1 from the precious memento, which means it has to die. Goodbye. So I was correct. Okay. No, see, Crosshair, this is, like, sorry. I don't want to... I think we are... I only have 3 actions. There's no way to get everyone... Everyone is coming down to the jungle river. Right? Again, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to... I'm trying to elucidate what I think is going on rather than being like, oh, I don't think you're right. It's not like that. It's an action to take the staff. Sorry, to test to take the staff. I would need to then move, and I would need to move, and blah, blah, blah. All of these guys hunt, and they have to hunt down to the jungle river. So I could have not come up to this ruins and stayed here, but I didn't know if it was an action or not to grab the staff. And it is. I mean, it'd be pretty sweet if I could, like... Oh, but then it has to be Act 3 anyway. If I had more cards to commit to a test, Andre would maybe give me another action. I know you're cooking something up, Crosshair, but I feel pretty strongly like all of the enemies are going to hunt. Sorry, a bunch of them are hunting. They're hunting to wherever I am. Right, I see so I would take 1 more attack, 2 more attacks. Then they would all go up, and then I would evade the guy and then go. And they would move there, and then I would grab the stick and move. Okay. Theoretically correct, right? I have an enemy engaged with me is the big problem as well, right? That's the actual big problem. Is that the possessed extra does a damage every turn. Because if I did, so let's say I didn't have that, I would agree with you. Move. I would move here. They all go up. Then I go down. And then they all go this way. You can all see my cursor. And then I would grab the staff and I would run. Yeah. Well, but the issue is that I have a guy on me who does damage. And this is always the problem. Can someone remind me the next time I play Arkham? Either solo or in a group. Hey, Scott, remember, you actually damage. Evading an enemy doesn't do anything unless you can dump them somewhere. And they don't hunt. Yeah, so, yeah. Let us evade the possessed extra, and then attempt to grab the staff. That's what I want to do. 4 to 2. That's what I want to do. Sick. Yeah! Evaded. Let's go last action. This will be fun. I'm going to attempt to wrest the staff from the altar. Exactly. We go Willpower plus combat 6. I also have willpower and combat 6. So I'm going to... together. So I'm going to test 6 to 6. Huh. Huh. Okay. So we wrest the staff from the... Huh. Okay, we wrest the staff from the altar. Oh, enjoy your tacos, Flower. Have fun. Oh, thank you. I will have fun dying gloriously. Goodbye. Lola Hayes, armed with the knowledge and the power that she used to be a priestess of the serpent, takes the staff from the altar. The extra cowers before her. In the enemy phase, Erica Strand forces me to reveal a token. Not a symbol. Hunter's Hunt. Dromaeosaurus, Allosaurus, Vampire Thrall. Upkeep. Good. A captivating performance, a thing that I wish I had far earlier. 10 out of 13 Doom. We draw an encounter card. It's a creature feature. Test Intellect plus Combat 5. If you fail, draw the topmost creature or monster in the encounter discard pile. I could commit... I'm going to commit the lockpicks and the captivating performance to this test. Which takes me up to... So I have 6. So 8 to 5. Pass. I'm not scared of creatures anymore. Yeah, Crosshair. I'm thinking I might actually... I'm going to switch to Seeker when my turn begins. Oh, and the Possessed Extra is once again engaged with me. Of course! So... Elusive. Evade, move, evade. The 2 baddies deal me 2 damage, and then they get the hell out of there. They... Okay. Yeah. Let's just try to get back, right? If I go down fighting, and that's what's important. Lola Hayes getting eaten by a vampire or whatever. Who knows? We're going to go 4 to 2 on this Possessed Extra. Okay. We go again? I want to... No, let's go 3 to 1. I want to try to punch him to death, because I have the Staff of the Serpent, you see. I would love to, Mr. Butt. Ooh, no dinosaurs. That one worked. So I'll do a damage to him. I'm wrapping up the scenario here as I will, in the enemy phase, I will draw a token from Erica Strand. I am rushing a little bit, but only because I know that there are baddies to be had here. Ready. Each possessed enemy, they gain Hunter. Okay. In the enemy phase, the Vampire Thrall, the Dromaeosaurus, and the Allosaurus hunt in. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I must either take a direct damage and a direct horror, or he defeats an ally. Andre. And then I take 6 damage. Hit me up with that fun fact. Oh, Mr. Butt, I didn't even see that. Thank you, very sweet. Lola stands atop the ruins of the Serpent King. An old monument to some sort of creature from time immemorial. Perhaps Yig himself, the father of serpents. We will never know. Rushing up the steps, bounding atop some of them leap, some of them float, and some of them simply stomp up the stairs. Lola lifts the serpent staff high above her head, and as the dinosaurs and vampires move in, we fade to black. Because we don't know if she's dead. She's taken 6 damage. Whatever madness has gripped Lot C, it has taken you as well. You find difficulty in remembering who you were before today's events. Are you yourself, or are you just playing a part? As you try to find the truth, the end credits begin to roll. Each investigator must search the collection for a random basic madness or flaw, and add it to their deck. Proceed to fin. Somewhere off in the distance, a twisted laugh pierces the air. After a few moments, it pauses and yells, "Cut! That's a wrap!" We earned victory X. We made our call time. Andre Patel was not under my control because he got eaten by a dinosaur. So I think I make 3 XP, 2 from these things, and I'm speeding through because now I really have to call it a day. Madness. I'm looking for a madness or a flaw weakness to add to my deck because I think it'll be kind of fun. Oh, nihilism? Yes! Yes! I used to be a priestess of the serpent. Who am I now? Was the whole thing just a dream? I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. Or you'll have to dream of the solution, I guess. Thank you all for joining me today on Doomed. This has been a blast and a half. I made a joke earlier about blasting. What was it? Can't remember, so it doesn't matter. Aw, Mr. Butt makes the rules on who's cute and who's not. I think Nomhair and Mia both know, though. I would just say that. I like hearing it, Mr. Butt, so, you know, you can always stoke my ego a little bit. Stroke or stoke, doesn't matter. Thank you so much for joining me today on Doomed. It's been a blast and a half. A wild, wild time. This was a lot of fun. Lola did not have her captivating performance, which was a bit challenging. We got the Staff of the Serpent, and then we were surrounded by dinosaurs and vampires. As you do. In about 45 minutes' time, over on Elizabeth's channel, it's Drew Crew, the finale of the silly book, The Invisible Intruder. Nancy Drew and the Secret of the Invisible Intruder, or whatever it's called. Please join us for that. I am so excited. We love Drew Crew. And then tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, now on YouTube, Montreal by Moonlight, our Werewolf, the Apocalypse 5th Edition campaign. Hope you can join us for that too, because that's always a good time. We just had a big marathon session to announce our move to YouTube. If you're interested in seeing us play party games or have a 6-hour session, 5? 6? Can't remember. You can you can check that out over at youtube.com/RPGclinic, I guess. The Invisible Idiot. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope to see you around the place. I hope to stream again for you soon. And until then, just be careful when investigating film sets. You never know when a producer is going to try to suck your blood or an actor is going to turn into a dinosaur. See you next time on Doomed. Bye-bye.